Live. Good
Well, no,
evening, people. Welcome to Thailand. And the temperature is 28 degrees, 71% humidity, and it is hot, hot, hot. Good evening, Ryan. How are you?
I'm not watching right now. I'm watching other live streams on
Oh, that's why we're so
YouTube.
quiet.
Yeah.
It
Well, I
says on there,
say I am.
I've got about 5 people waiting or in the background to waiting. Well,
Well, I say I was
whatever.
watching other people. Yeah, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like their streams are going to play.
Yeah. So this week we got Tuesday. We're at Hemingway's.
Oh, your ass hurts. According to YouTube, you've got one person watching.
He doesn't count us. Oh, one now.
Yeah, one. So whoever that one person is, hello.
Hello, person. How are you?
Yeah.
Please say hello in the
Supposedly
chat. So we got Hemingway's on Tuesday.
Hemingway's on Tuesday.
Yeah, so that's good.
That's about as far as I've thought through the week.
Yeah, you don't want to think much further than that, really. I done the charts yesterday, so
it doesn't mean you can't do them again today.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm not going to do them.
Hey, you're up to 3 now. There's 3.
Wow,
a whole 3 people.
Good evening, people. Welcome to Thailand.
I wonder who else is doing a live stream right now.
I got no idea, really.
Well, I know that I was sitting there on the computer with well, I wasn't. I was on my computer. We're on a conference call with another YouTuber, and he jumped into his YouTube real quick and typed in like Patia Live or whatever it was, and he went into certain settings to where it only gave like the people live. Oh, where the hell are you? So you just get up and walk away right in the middle of a conversation. Yeah, it wasn't too good of a conversation, so I'll stop talking. Let's see if we can lose all 3 people in the chat. Dear God. I wonder if he's getting a beer or is he getting, or let's take bets. Is he getting a chung, a Coke, a water, a joint, or inshore? I'm leaning towards the inshore or the chung. And it is neither.
Sorry about that.
What I was taking bets while you're going. I said you're either.
No, I said the wife and I locked her out.
The wife or the cat?
No, the cat don't go out. The cat's a condo cat.
Yeah. So no, what I was saying is they typed in, they went into their YouTube and they typed in like Patia Live.
Yep.
And they went into some settings to where it only showed the people that were live at the moment. And I was like,
really?
What? Yeah, I forget how he did it though. And I was like, when he did it, I went, oh shit, I should have been paying attention a little bit better to what you just did. And I'm gonna have to ask him again what the F he did and how he modified his search somehow.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, because I wondered how you could do that because Mitch says to me sometimes, he says, oh, they're live, because he's got like a Thai search and all the live channels. And
right, and that's what I'm saying. He did like a search settings, and I'm actually, that's why I'm not paying attention right now. It's because I'm actually doing it as we speak. I'm looking through going, and I can, definitely I can see with all my subscriptions right now that I have up here, like Fern's live, Chris Outdoors, of course, is live in Canada. But I wanted to see people that I wasn't subscribed to. Up there it is, filters. Let's see here. Type. We want to do.
Who's live? Hello, Thai Nomads. How are you? Are you with Joe and Gift at you Thai Nomads? I believe.
All right, so that was it. So basically, you go into where it's like whatever search that you do. Like I just typed in Patia live stream, and then under filters, if you look over, you have features, and you click on live. So it's going to pull up, whatever you have, Patia, anything with Patia in the title, and then who's ever live at the moment. So of course, there's many, like you have the webcam on Koh Samui. The Shack Fisherman's Village on Koh Samui, a live cam on Koh Phangan, another one Koh Samui. Here's Al Gaucho's Sukhum Road in Bangkok, Walking Street, Phetchaburi Road, Bangkok. delicious street food from the Watchers Club. Well, that's always instead of Weight Watchers, it's the Watchers Club.
I've always found that Weight Watchers a lot of bullshit, really.
Oh, I'm in Weight Watchers. I'm watching my weight go up.
I'm on the seafood diet. Seafood and
Everything you see, eat. Yeah. Let's see. So if I just type in Patia,
give us a thumbs up if you haven't done already.
and then I filter
It doesn't
the
normally get
search
busy till
by
10 o'clock.
live. No, that's why I say we ought to, or you ought to change the time back. There's the watch it. Oh, John 55 is live.
He's on a beach. I don't think I know him.
Oh yeah, John used to be one of the bar managers down on Soy 6. Then he moved over to Club Fate, and he's been at a few places.
Hello, Mr. Mitch.
We're gonna bring Mitch into the chat. Mitch, have you ever done that? I'm not actually in the chat right now. I'm actually looking at YouTube at all the other live streams that are a lot more interesting than this one.
We need your advice here, Mitch, because you are a moderator expert.
But up and there's Club Sin Patia. So I've hit all the sexy streams, Soy 6. I'm starting to hit all the good ones. Oh, here's one G Spot Patia, Black Snake Patia ladies live stream. Wow, that nothing's going on it right now, but I bet you have a live cam. Oh, that's Koh Samui. Oh, okay. So this is the name of the channel is Streets of Thailand, and it looks like they've got webcams everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they've got, it's the Real Samui webcam, and it says Hooters Cam. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Richard's in, so he'll be able to help us. I'm sure Mitch should jump in as well. Hello, Richard.
Hey, Tom and Ryan.
What about those 49ers?
Man, that was a great game. I didn't get much sleep because I was listening to all the post-game, talk.
Same.
Great. I love that short you put together, too. That was awesome.
Did you like that?
Yeah. I was wondering what the aftermath would be of that,
Yep. So,
well, before he yanked his leg and tried to, break his knee again, he, as he goes down, if you look at it, he actually gets smashed around the back of the head as well.
Yeah, clubbed. And I guess that player's notorious for doing that back when he played for Raiders, I guess. So
yeah.
He should be fined and suspended for next season. I'm not happy with that at all. Trash.
Exactly. Well, at least it didn't rain in the second half. We played really. The second half, we were brilliant. First half.
Yeah, it was so weird because
it was a game of two halves.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to start pissing down, but I had the door open at my place so I could kind of monitor the weather because I'm only about 10 miles from the stadium, and it was pretty clear. I was like, wow, this is great for the passing game because I was concerned if it rained, it was going to be just all runs,
Yeah, exactly.
I can make a witty joke there, but I'm not quite caffeine.
I was thinking of it, but I'm preoccupied trying to send you some pictures. I heard the runs, and I was like, I was going to do the old dad joke. Diarrhea is hereditary. It runs through the genes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I would have probably put it more to like a restaurant review, kind of like Tom after that last restaurant that we ate at, or something like that. I would have done that.
Well, that's the only good thing about not doing live streams and doing videos. You get to take two.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, on the live streams, you just get taken down afterwards.
You know what Nick and Martin used to do when I first was doing my live shows after they came on once or twice? They would send me crazy pictures, like not just generic text messages. Hey, check this out. This is good for the show. I hit the link and it's like some crazy video. Right during the live show too. Like he knew when I was going on my breaks and stuff. I'm like, damn it, man, got me again.
Well, Martin's a specialist, isn't he? So
yeah.
Boom.
All right, are you sending me like 20 photos in a row again? I hate that.
17
because they come in individually on my end.
How? It
should just show like one massive dump, kind of like
the diarrhea, or what did they say earlier? Yeah.
Okay, that was better. So that was like professional job. So it comes in like 15.
Yeah,
but all at once. Thank you, sir. Maybe that's Tom that does that one at a time.
No, it isn't. General.
Wow, Ryan,
that's Ryan, isn't it?
Pretty nice.
Is that a condo?
No, it's not a condo. Let me see here.
Yeah, good price. Is that on top of the hill? Is that Promnock?
Let me get you the location. I know the owner. He's a nutball.
Yeah, see, so I think you kind of know exactly what I'm looking for too. It's almost like American style inside, right? Like it's kind of got that American
I haven't
feel
been.
to
I
it.
was going to go actually look at it today, but there's someone in there currently, but they're leaving. Forgot this. They're leaving in about a whatever. That's I don't want to carry on this conversation on the live stream.
So how does Mitch know they're all live? How does Mitch know? Because Mitch is telling you who's live.
Because he's subscribed to every single one of them. Like me, everybody that we're subscribed to is on the left-hand side. Like I'm looking at my YouTube screen right now for Eat Out Batia. So all of our subscriptions are to the left, and everybody that's live has the little red icon right next to their, the little whatever it is, the little live symbol.
Gotcha.
And you've got Fern. She's live right now doing her little cooking show, because I was trying to stop in there to give her a little hell. And I probably will do it right now. That'll be the funny thing. That I tell you what, you want to do good live content, I'll jump on Fern's real fast and go, hey, we're live on Tom's show here. Tell us something good. See if I can get hers to pull up. When we're live like this, even though I've got decent internet, it's just the bandwidth. It doesn't. And Resar just made a comment on there. He beat me to the punch.
Do you have more than one screen, Richard? Do you have more than one screen?
I got two. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I didn't want to get too crazy because when I do make the move, I have to replicate that wherever I go. I want it to be like a mirror office almost.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was actually looking at USB-C.
Screens?
Yeah.
So what day are you moving to Costa Rica?
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Just got to get the Learjet fueled up. It costs about $25,000 to put fuel in the tank.
Gotcha.
So I just got to have Tom pay for that because I'm a little short of money right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for payments.
Got to make a day trade.
But I've flown into
short Ford.
What's the big Ron White joke? I've flown into the San Jose airport hair care and tire center. It was I'm going for a capital for an international airport in the capital city. I was underwhelmed, to say the least, because I'm used to coming into what we're used to over here, where it's like this is a major tourist. And let's face it, Costa Rica is a major tourist destination for the Northern Hemisphere over there. In the Americas, a lot of people go down there to fish, see this, see that, go into the jungles, do all that crap. And I'm flying into the airport going, there's one place, and if you don't know about it, to get a SIM. Other than that, you're going to have to get a SIM wherever you go. And and then once you step out of the where you get your baggage from, it's like they throw you right into the wolves with all the hawkers and everything. And you're like, good night, So it's like you don't have your shit lined up right away, you're screwed.
What was a tough culture shock for me is the first time I was coming to Thailand, I had flight delays and stuff, so I had to spend the night in the Philippines. So I flew into Manila Airport, and it was one of those weird flights, Ryan, where usually it leaves at night for me, but it left during the day. So I arrived in Manila like 11:30 at night. Just crazy people in the airport, sensory overload, the traffic. I made the mistake of like taking a taxi to the Marriott, which was like a kilometer away. Could just walked. Took me like half an hour to get there, but it was a bit much to come in during that time. Yeah. I don't know if you've been through that airport.
I've never been through. The Philippines was on my list of places to go and visit, and I had one or two places. I'm not a big city person, so I wasn't going to stay in Manila. I was literally going to stay in Manila for one night just to get on a bus and go down south so I could do a little scuba diving. And just as stuff happened, the Wuhan or the China virus happened, and it kind of sidelined a whole bunch of China because it comes from China. So it sidelined a whole bunch. Like I had like this stuff mapped out. Like if I would have continued on working, I was like, okay, this year I want to hit up this place. This year is going to be here, here, and here. Like at one point I was going to do a round the world trip. I was going to come over to Southeast Asia, hit up Thailand, all that stuff, and then make my way back through Europe. Or I was going to go through Europe, like hit up France, Italy, and then get the flight from Italy over into Thailand, and then Thailand, spend some time here, a week or so, and then go on home from there. And when I said I was going to Europe, I was going literally like for a day in each place because I had stuff I wanted to do specific, like one or two things. And lately I've been talking to some people that are from that area, and they're like, oh, don't go to France. Or Paris. It's a shithole. And I'm like, well, a lot of places are shitholes. You know, if you ask me about my city, New Orleans, I'm gonna say, oh, it's a shithole, but still there's a lot of cool tourist stuff to do. So that was kind of my thing, because I've always wanted to see things, but everything got changed and sidelined and pushed on the back burner until later on, because I had it planned out like through 2028 going to the Olympics in Los Angeles. I was like, okay, that year we're going to go do the Olympics, you know, all that stuff. Because I've been to the Olympics before when it was in Atlanta, and I was going to try to go to the Tokyo Olympics. But once again, when the tickets went on sale, they went so fast. I was even by Japanese people, and I'm going, hey, man, can you help me out with some tickets to the Olympics? They're like, yeah, nice try on that one. They said, we can't. They said it's a big deal, you know, getting tickets. It turned into a political thing. And then, of course, the China virus hit, and that sidelined that for a year, and all the spectators all together. So what's the next one? Where's the Olympics at next?
I got no idea.
I think it's Pattaya. I think they won out.
That's a different type of Olympics.
Yeah. Oh,
ping pong doesn't count. Yeah, when you're playing ping pong. When you're playing ping pong over here, it's a whole different set of rules. I tell you that.
Hey, hang on a second. I just got some stuff come off the printer. This is weird. It says classified on the documents. Property of Joe Biden. I guess.
We'll put that back down.
Oh.
Did you have
someone's knocking at the door right now? I guess they want those documents back.
Did you have to lift up a glass pipe to get those documents?
Man, I hope that story comes out someday. I'm so well versed on his life story. Hunter.
Yeah.
I wish it comes out. Wish it comes out in my lifetime. Don't know if it will.
Did you think it'd come out, Richard?
Not in its entirety. I don't think it ever will. I said that about Lance Armstrong, though. I was like calling Lance Armstrong's doping back in '99, and it eventually came out. I'm like, I felt so validated.
Yeah. I think it will come out. I think they've got no choice. I've got a funny feeling the Democrats are actually working against Biden at the moment because they realise
it kind of sounds like it a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah,
it sounds like a little coup going on, you know.
Yeah. Well, he'd be a good pawn because he's, you know, mentally probably about time to get out, go fly fishing.
Oh, I think he's fly fishing already in his head.
I think that the Secret Service are going to be visiting us after this one. Thanks a lot there, Richard.
Hey. Yeah, all kinds of publicity is good publicity, right?
Yeah, watch this. I'm not here.
I don't think we'll get taken down for it. I think it's a really important thing to talk about, because if you don't talk about it, no one else does. You know?
Yeah. So how about them 49ers that y'all were talking about?
Yeah, that was all right. They didn't need no laptop, so that was okay. We had a terrible first half, and the second half, once
it was
once he got that ball back, it just changed the game. The game just
halftime adjustments, man. It just was a horrible way to kind of end that first half. I felt like, man, come on, you know, the penalties, but halftime adjustments.
What cracked me up is I got a phone call today from somebody in America, and they asked me, what time did the football games come on over here as it did in America? I said at the exact same time. And they said, well, that's convenient. You could we could send you the updates, or we could send you the scores of the game if you're watching it at the same time as us, and the game would already be over, and you could bet your friends on the game. I said, number one, when I said the same time, I mean really at the exact same time, not, oh, it comes on at 7, p.m. at night or anything like that. Two, they have this invention that they came out. Al Gore invented it, in fact, called the internet. And everybody pretty much knows about it. All that stuff. The only time I've ever pulled a stunt like that was Jeopardy came on in the bar at 4:30 every day. That was the time it came on where I lived. Well, I was out of town and Jeopardy was, or no, it came on, I'm sorry, at 6 o'clock or 6:30. Wheel of Fortune came on at 6:30. Well, over here it came on at a different syndicate. It came on a little early. So I was messaging a friend of mine because they always sit there and watch the goddamn Jeopardy in the bar. I would message a buddy of mine and give him the Final Jeopardy answer every day. And he said because I was at a school for a week, he said for about 2 or 3 days, he was cleaning house on a beer, betting everybody, I think it's this, bet a beer on it. And he was getting a beer until they finally realized you're still stupid. So how are you getting these Final Jeopardies? And his dumb ass said, oh, Ryan's been texting me every day. So
I feel like these stories are below average this week.
They are, but I'm tired. I'm cranky. I have nothing else to talk about. I've been trying to find an apartment for this retard that's coming in, and that's taking all the energy I have out of me. I mean, it's tough work sitting around all day BSing with people. Now I got to do it at nighttime.
Yeah, and I tried to look at an apartment on Friday, and they wouldn't let me look at it, even though they made an appointment a week.
You got to put some clothes on next time.
Well, the red flags for me about that apartment is when they're doing short-term rentals for people from a country that's escaping war. So that was a red flag for me going, oh, God, you're going to have nothing but, what do we call these people? Russians. Yeah, let's just say Russians. Living in the condo with their goddamn screaming-ass kids.
I thought this was going to be a Jeopardy question. I was going to say, what is Russia?
Yeah, what is Russia?
Miscellaneous facts for 400.
Yeah, the Eastern Bloc. Let's just call it Eastern Bloc people because it caters, because we only have one, or we had one staying in the building that I was in, and this dude used to yell all the effing time to where everybody was like, what is this dude's problem? Why is he yelling every night? Like yelling, like drunken yelling. It's like, shut the fuck up. We all want some peace and quiet here. So that kind of red flagged me on that building. It's like, yeah. I think I would love to live there.
But to be honest with you, I looked at that property for my Spanish friends who are all they're all lawyers and they've all got their own practice. They're not low class. They're upper end.
And that was a year ago, Tom. Shit's changed in a year.
No, that was August.
Shit's changed since August.
No. I looked at it.
Oh no, I don't live in the neighborhood. I don't know about the big influx of Russians in the neighborhood.
The size of the rooms the size of the rooms. You're going to get Russians in that area anyway.
Not in my building. We all got our pitchforks and shit out and said no, no Putin here. God damn it! And they pulled it off too. It was pretty successful. We got one or two here, but they're really cool people and they're really nice. But no people escaping the old war there.
Well, try to escape the draft.
Yeah, the draft. And you know what? And I told somebody the other day, I said, I kind of can relate to it because if the U.S. went to war with Canada and they sent me up north to go fight, I wouldn't go fight. I'm like, why would I go kill a bunch of Canadians? I mean, yeah, they're assholes, but I don't want to kill them. So,
John, what I'm trying to get at is that area in Pratanack where it is. It's quite classy. Anyway, it's really nice. Like you'd fit in there. You'd be fine there. Everyone would be. It's just I think it's a really nice area, and I think the apartments are really nice down there. It's where the sands are, and you got the Sanctuary Hotel and
Well, what did I always tell you? What's my famous line on the show? If it wasn't for low class, would have no class at all.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like you wanted a larger response from that comment. Like you really thought that was going to just blow us away.
It was. Yeah. Well, you're on your game today.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
What's the matcha?
Well, we're happy.
I was getting ready to say, is that what exactly do you have in that matcha over there?
Well, we was losing at half time, Ryan. We was actually losing at half time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was touch and go at half time.
I thought like Man, if this does not end well, I'm not going to be happy. Like, can't lose to Seattle. A lot of people at my work were like wearing their Seattle hats and stuff on Friday. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
my
that
God.
trash out of here. Come on, man.
So,
That trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tight
Ryan,
game.
have you heard of football? Have you heard of what
once
you know
or
what
twice.
football is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the second game, Ryan? Did you watch the second game this morning, 8:00 game?
No, I wasn't awake for any of that shit. I have
that
a
was
girlfriend.
very good.
We
That was
like
a very
to-
good game. That was.
Unlike the two of y'all, I usually have sex about that time
That's great.
without
Good for you.
Having
Well, for
to
that
do
minute
that.
of your day, that's good.
Yeah.
That, you're having a good
Yeah.
time.
At this point in time, if it only took a minute, I'd be happy. It is no longer the NASCAR 500. If I could use it as a drag strip, this is NHRA. It's like the first one to the finish line wins. I ain't here to impress anybody.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to work, but it's okay.
Oh, he's definitely on form.
Yeah,
He's definitely on form.
it's like
He's knocking about the park today.
when you go into the short time room and take off your clothes, and she's like, "Who are you going to please with that little thing?" This guy.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, me. So I will say this, out of the two teams between Seattle and the 49ers, God, that's a tough one. It's like I hope they beat the crap out of each other because I don't like either team. Yeah, but I would go for the 49ers over the Seahawks because Pete Carroll's a bitch. So
I hate that gum chewing stuff that he does,
Yeah.
Just
well, Pete Carroll also is over at USC, and they can suck my ass too.
Yeah. That's a great visual too, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Now I'm gonna throw up on the side.
Well, it looks like you're doing it right there into your little cup there.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, who do you want? Do you think we should play the Vikings or the Cowboys?
I'd like us to play. Can we play Tampa Bay?
Yeah, that would be epic. That would be epic.
I'd like us to play. I don't like playing Dallas. I've got
I
bad
know.
memories
Same.
of like 93.
Mm-hmm.
I think 93, somewhere around there.
Hey, put up John's last little comment on the screen. That should get us some good views and taken down the next time.
We have a saying, Aussie.
Yeah.
I better take that one back down, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mitch is saying Seattle is full of bitches. That's one of the main reasons I left that shithole place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could understand that.
There was a great NFL story on him, like a 1 hour. It's really good.
Yeah, is that the
wide receiver, like undersized wide receiver,
Yeah, is it the NFL 100, is it? Was that Steve Largent? Life in Football?
I don't know.
One of those.
Nanette's here. Everybody clean up your act. Clean up your act. Nanette's here.
Good
we'll have to look at your photos later. Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to come in, Mitch. Yeah, it is Mitch.
Yeah.
Excuse
me,
gentlemen.
Mr. Mitch.
Whoa. Man,
and he's wearing a shirt.
Oh, I feel like we should have some sexy music playing with that shirt all unbuttoned
Peace
down
and love,
there.
Mitch. Peace and love.
I got a Steve Largent story for you.
It's a family stream, Mitch, please.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's first day of school. I forget the year. You guys can Google it. I got off the bus. I hadn't seen my friend all summer, neighbor. And this happens all the time when you're a kid, right? So I went to his house because he wasn't at school that day. Knocked on the door. The stranger opens the door. I said, "Hi, is Mark here?" He said, "No, they moved. We bought their house." That was Steve Largent. So
I feel like you kind of lost me there in the story. I'm just so focused on your headphones.
Your friend that moved
like,
was Steve
Largent.
Oh my God!
I'm distracted.
Yeah. We've got these
Castro
area.
Oh, the lighting or the stupid gap. Yeah. I hate these things already.
Yeah. What is it with that?
It's a suspension thing.
And those are expensive headphones, man.
Yeah, I didn't even try them on at the store. I just grabbed them. I said, "Yeah, that's what that'll do."
They're the same ones that Tom has, huh?
My friend wasn't at school, so I went to his house, and this strange man opened the door, and that was Steve Largent. So for 6-7 years, he was my neighbor, and my parents' neighbor, and I was a kid that lived with my parents. So my neighbor. But
did you offer
Jim Zorn and John Yarno? All them guys were always over there, and I dated Peccatello's daughter. I don't want to say her name, but anyway, he had a number of daughters, but I dated one of her for
the fat one, huh?
No, she wasn't fat.
Was Johnny Unitas in that area as well, or just those guys?
Oh, I met a bunch of people I had no idea who they were until later in life. Yeah, and he wouldn't play football with us on Thanksgiving on the street either. That kind of upset us.
That's probably to do with insurance, I'd imagine.
So if someone wants to dox me, they can figure out where Steve Largent lived in the beginning time of the Seahawks, and they can find my neighborhood.
I'm quite sure somebody will be tracking it down as we speak.
They go ahead. My dad's already dead. My mom's almost there.
Oh man,
I could give a flying.
It's tough. It's tough when your parents are abroad and you're here. That is hard.
Not really.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah, your parents are still young, Ryan.
No, they're not. They're in their 70s.
They're still young.
Yeah, my mom, 1938. What is that? March
Old.
1938.
Yeah, it's
Do
up
the
there.
math.
104.
84.
No.
Yeah.
84. Is it 84?
No, it's
so.
80
98.
something. Yeah.
My dad was
38 and 20. That's 90.
1932.
Jesus Christ.
My dad was born on National CB Day. 1932.
CB Day.
Yeah.
The
CB
hell's
radio,
that?
84.
10-4. October
10-4.
4th. 10-4.
What's
I
real
noticed
deal?
something about those headphones too, Mitch. Like, not only is like the gap weird, but man, those cups on the side, what the heck? Those things are huge. What's going on
He's
there?
got air conditioning.
Is that like
units.
storage? Can you put stuff in there? Can you put like a banana or like an egg?
I can pull out my hearing aids right
perfect.
there.
That makes sense.
I was getting ready to say it's got to be able
That's
to
it. I'm getting my
handle
Hello Kitty. I'm getting my Hello Kitty once tomorrow. That's
Please
it.
do.
Those things are
Please do.
huge.
Okay.
My
Cheers,
God.
Tim.
I know what it is finally, Tom. He's got all this pent up energy because he ain't doing the goddamn live show through the
Had a
weekend
week off. Yeah,
on
had a week off.
Saturday.
Yeah. See, so all the humor is for
Yeah.
your show. It's all for the good.
84. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
Are you
when's it coming?
preparing to travel then, Richard? You preparing, are you?
Am I preparing to travel?
yeah, to go to
like
Costa
visa-wise,
Rica.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll be doing some traveling for work too as well. But yeah, I'm trying to get fit, man. Trying to lose some weight so that I can come to Thailand.
And you
fighting
came on
weight.
this show.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there's a new rule when you're applying for visas for Thailand for anyone who's going to come to Thailand, and that rule is before you used to have to send your original passport off to the embassy. You no longer have to do that. You just send a photocopy now.
Oh, really? Oh, that's wonderful. I hated doing that. I
Or
did
you
a one
just
visa before where I wanted to
Do
stay a
it
little bit longer. That's great.
online.
And so when you
certified copy,
travel,
that's
so when you travel in, when you come into Thailand, the immigration on entry, they sort your visa out at the entry point.
Oh, so you don't get this? Oh, it makes sense if you just send the photocopy. Then yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
perfect,
So basically, you can apply for it
So
all
they put the
online,
stamp
and
in there,
they're
the
they're
sticker.
okay.
Tom,
And
can I
then when
let
you
you in
get
on a secret?
when you get to the gate, because you've got to do your DNA now at the gate, DNA test or whatever it is. You present the immigration officer with your passport, and they put the stamp in for the year.
Can I let you in on a secret? They did that with me over a year ago.
Well, you didn't send the original passport.
No, we talked about that when they went to the online deal over a year ago. That's
Yeah,
the
the
one thing
online
that
portal.
stopped was all you had to do is send. It's either JPEG or PDF. I can't remember which one they want. It was a copy, and that's what everybody said. Oh, this is beautiful. You ain't got to put your passport in the mail anymore. Everything's done online. You get a piece of paper.
Ooh.
Get a piece of paper, hit the airport, and just like you said, hand them that piece of paper. They put my visa stamp in the book, and away I went. And they did that a year ago. So that's why I kept pushing and pushing through the shows of go online, the .th.go or whatever it is for Thailand, that link that I was saying, the online visa, the e-visa, if you want to call it an e-visa. But instead of going to the consulate or wherever, that's because that's what Daz and I were talking about. I said, man, if you want, just pull a 60-day instead of going to consulate, and boom, done, easy. And they even give you the list to do online for like your education visa, your retirement visa, the whole 9 yards. You know, you can pull just about. They even have a questionnaire in the beginning of the website of, you know, how long are you coming for and stuff like that. And they'll even point you to the right visa you should apply for.
Is the questionnaire multiple choice, or you have to write it in the answers?
Multiple choice, so you should be
good.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go with C. It's always C.
C. Yeah, that's what I hear.
On here it says from September the 26th, 2021. So it's been going on for about 3 months. It's no longer required for a e-visa applicant to submit his or her passport and or original documents either. So you haven't got to send your birth
which website are you on?
That's TMZ.com.
That's on Thai Visa. That's on ThaiVisa.go. So that's the official website.
Yeah, but it's been going on because I didn't submit mine. That's what I'm saying. This isn't new. This is old news.
Yeah, I had to submit mine for my non-O.
Yeah, because they wanted to check the validity of it. You lived off grid for 10 years.
Was yours a tourist? Was yours originally a tourist visa? Did you have a tourist visa?
Yeah.
Well, those rules only changed from September the 21st for those who want different visas.
Yeah.
But it's going to make it a lot better because all you do is you, as Ryan says, you submit each document and you do a JPEG.
Is it JPEG?
You won't accept a PDF.
And then it was Thai Pass wanted the PDF version.
And when you submit the JPEG, you have to authorize each one. You have to actually press a button for it to finish the upload.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty straightforward. And the advice I can give to everybody that's going to do the online stuff is create a folder on your desktop and and make the folder say Visa. The only information that goes in there is your JPEGs, your copy of your passport, your copy of the documents that are needed. That way, when you go to upload everything onto the computer, you just pull open that folder and, you know, make it goes real quick instead of fumbling around, because I think they put it on a time or whatever they do. It's time sensitive, I believe.
Yeah, you have to keep on saving it. So when if you keep on saving it, it stays active.
Right.
So you have to save it, I think, every 25 minutes or every 30 minutes.
But,
like that.
You know, I've told everybody that are going to come, you know, if anybody's coming for their 2-week millionaire holiday, you know, do the exemption by all means. But if you think you're going to be at 27 days and you don't have work to go back for crying out loud, spend the $20-something or the $60, what it is, and pull a visa, pull a 60-day tourist visa. It just opens up so much more for you in case something else happens. If you want to stick around if you want to stick around for 45 days, because then you can always extend that one for 30 while you're here in country for 1,900 baht and stay 90 days.
Are they still pulling bank account records on that? Because I know when I did mine a couple years back, like way back in maybe 2018, they were like, you got to show like certain minimum balance in your bank account.
I do believe that was one of the documents that they want, a bank statement.
Yeah.
And, you know, anybody that's got a couple banks, all you got to do is just pick one of them that's over, what is it, $800, $1,600 for a family, whatever it is, and go that route.
I think when I did mine, they told me they wanted to see more. So like I had to like transfer some stuff around, like show a larger balance.
Like
okay, this is good.
Like your PayPal?
Well, no, they wanted like 20,000 in the account. So I'm like, okay, let me just, here you go. And they're like, okay. Good. So 800 is weird because I feel like that's like reasonable amount to ask someone to have in their checking account or something.
How much was it, Tim? Because Tim's only recently come over. So, because Tim said, I think he had to provide a bank statement. I'm sure I provided.
Sure what the minimum is. Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
And Mitch, those headphones are looking a little better, man. You made some adjustments, I could tell. The gap was way larger. Now it looks reasonable. Like it's not so distracting.
Let me
see that. See, that's horrible, man.
I've got a plan
like
after the stream.
You got a plan?
I thought about it last time too, but it's not a priority to me. I don't give a shit. As long as I can hear you guys and you can hear me, I'm happy. I don't care if it's storage space here, right there, storage space. for where can I put it?
That's so great. Oh man.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah, they
funny.
are butt ugly. Let me tell you, they are ugly. I prefer to have a Hello Kitty. Look at that.
That's awesome.
I'm thinking of something. What can it
See,
do?
I'm going the reverse. I got these cool. Check this out, Mitch. So these are what I'm going to probably wear in the live show next time. Instead of the headphones, they're like these professional broadcaster earbuds. So you put them in and then you tuck them around the back, so it's transparent, so you don't see them. So that would essentially be my headphones, and then you would just see the mic. So headphones would be gone. I had another YouTube live streamer turn me on these, and they're pretty cool. They're kind of like what the news broadcasters wear, and then they kind of tuck them behind. But they take like 5 minutes to put on. Like the headphones, just put them right on. These literally take like 5 minutes to put on and adjust. Yeah.
Wow.
So like only one way you can do it. It's nuts. So I'm gonna try them, but I don't know. Just always looking for new stuff.
All right, here's the required documents. We'll switch back to the visa stuff. If you're just going to pull a tourist visa, they're saying you need passport or travel document with validity not less than 6 months. Photograph of the applicant taken within the past 6 months. So get your little selfie on a white wall. Evidence of travel from Thailand. Air ticket paid in full. Evidence of adequate finance, 20,000 baht per person or 40,000 baht per family. And that's the only, let's see, upon arrival travels with type.
Repeat that again. That was the bank statement showing 40,000 baht
per family or 20,000 baht per person.
That's $1,200.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the family, and 20,000 per person. So that's what, about 800 or close to it. Yeah, what the hell happened to the damn dollar there? We're down to like 32 something. What's the wise transfer?
Don't worry about it, because according to Tom, it's going to 40 this week by Wednesday. Wednesday it's 40. Sorry.
I wish it would. Oh, let's see here. As of we sit
return
on transfer wise, as we speak, it is 32.8150. So 32.82 or 32.81. So we lost a little ground. Like I always say, anything above 33 is golden. So we're just under that golden mark. We're kind of like at silver.
Yeah, well, it's a bank holiday tomorrow as well in America, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a MLK Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got the day off from work, man. I can't believe it. It's so great. A lot of companies are giving you like more of these holidays off. Like going back 3-4 years ago, you're lucky if you got like 3 holidays a year.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
A little more. Yeah, they're a little more loose with the holidays, personal days and stuff like that.
I think
the Americans really struggle with holidays. The employers are really tight with holidays.
Yeah. Because for the longest time, like my former employer didn't recognize Memorial Day. But then they started. They'll pick like 12 holidays a year, and like what Richard just said, it's like they struggle with it because they know that if they have a holiday, they're getting ready to pay a lot of goddamn money to us people that are working.
Yeah.
I feel like when I would talk to Thai people about the concept of sick pay in America and vacation pay, they couldn't fathom it, because if they take a sick day, they'd have to actually pay to take a sick day. That's BF themselves,
Well, you need to talk to others than just bar girls, Richard, and that helps out. When you have to pay the employer money to get the day off or get out of work or go on a holiday.
No, I think that's even like the electronic companies as well. I think they'll do the same.
I'm just going to play that straight, see how it worked out for you.
Yeah.
You're committed to the joke, so good for you.
That wasn't a joke.
Like
That was being real.
You have to commit to it. You have to commit to it.
But
that was being real on that one.
Holidays here are very similar to the ones in America. I think they get about 2 weeks a year.
Probably so. I don't know. I don't. I try not to concern myself.
They're not too generous. In Europe, it's ridiculous. It's like 42 days a year.
Yeah, because Europe gets like summer off, right? Doesn't it like close down?
Yeah, August, everything closes for a month, really.
So great.
Yeah. Well, we get 42 days a year. You just can't take it all at once. I don't know if that's kind of like your job. My employer their thought process was, if you take off more than 2 weeks, why do we need you? So you're not going to take more than 2 weeks off at a time.
Yeah, my first
I
trip
think
to
they don't
Thailand.
realise. They don't realise you're traveling around the other side of the world.
But they don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, my first trip to Thailand, I took 2 weeks off after having like a great sales year and stuff. 2 weeks off. I came back, like my territory was reassigned. Some reps got credit for sales that I had. And because the boss was pissed, she's like, never take 2 weeks again. I'm like, are you kidding me? And just, so it's just 1 week is usually normal. And then, you burn 1 day each way coming to Thailand. So it's like you only have 5 days left.
No time at all.
Yeah.
No. And when you do that, just as you're getting over the jet lag and getting going and getting into the groove of things, it's time to go back home. Like, son of a bitch.
It's so weird, though. I feel like jet lag never affected me going there. It definitely affects me coming back.
No, it'd get me going.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you have, if you're flying out of San Francisco, you got one less stop.
Yeah.
You got to think
for sure.
I would fly out of San Francisco, and if I can, let me try to think when did it fly at? I think 1 o'clock for the United flight, which was, it was definitely going to, this shit was it going? It was going to Tokyo as well. Yeah, it would go to Haneda when I'd fly into San Francisco. I wasn't flying EVA. I was flying United. Yeah, it was United because they code shared with JAL. Who did they code share with? Or ANA? I can't remember.
I think it's ANA. I think they code share ANA.
ANA. Yeah. And I had a 4.5, 5 hour flight from New Orleans to San Francisco, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, get into San Francisco at what time? 9:30. By the time I, got out of there, got over to the international terminal, and then I'd always go walk outside. It was still early in the morning. I'd have about a 2.5 hour layover. Shit, that's a little bit of a hike just right there. I've already been traveling for 8 hours, and then jump on and another 12, 13 over to Tokyo, then another 6.5 down, and an hour-and-a-half car ride down to Pattaya. I was wiped out.
I ordered that for the next YouTuber meetup so I can hear people.
Nice. Nice.
What do you think?
I think it might be a little big. It might be a little big, but that's just me. I'm a little more sensitive. Yeah.
Mitch, where is the next YouTubers meetup?
It is at Le Pub. Phil's place, Mr. Egg.
You're going to go hang out with Mr. Egg, Mr. Phil?
Yeah. I need help, guys. I need help promoting it. Well, we need help.
No, I think we're going to get it.
I'll see who I can bring in from my area.
Brian, I sent Brian the info. He says, "You want me to put it on the news?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I haven't heard back from him yet.
Oh, that's going to be funny if that makes the Pattaya news.
I'm like, what? I started thinking, what news? What is he? Holy shit! And in Pattaya today, Adam's going to be out talking. Holy shit!
We're at Mr. Mitch's meetup on Soy Diamond. Oh, that would be funny.
In standing room only.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, make the circuit around. Spread the love, right, Tom? Right, Ryan?
Oh, without a doubt. It's got to be done.
So,
I think helping Phil out is a good thing because what you guys done for Steve at the Wombat is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So it's only fair that we spread the love a little bit, because Steve's so busy.
I'm just wondering if we could convince Phil to do the live stream instead of like girls playing pool. We'll have like Chocolate Man or Alex playing pool.
At least for 20 minutes or so, that'd be good.
Yeah, because if you ever seen the girls play pool, it's actually a pretty good little setup. They do slow-mo replays and everything. So,
I know.
Yeah,
I'd send some balls of flying for that. I'd put my $20 in.
Yeah, for Chocolate Man and Alex, or for the ladies at Phil's.
Yeah, if they get on the ground chasing them balls around, you bet I'll do it for them. Jeez.
Yeah.
Now I spent a couple hours down there with Phil the other day, and we linked it up. Send your jet to pick me up.
Have I sent you the posters yet, Mitch? Have I sent you the posters?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. You know me, I'm just lazy on the computer lately.
It happens. I can understand that
Like
hearing affects your ability to work on the computer by yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, it does it. The ringing in my ears is incessant.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I think it'd be really good at Phil's. I think it'd be, well, it's definitely big enough to hold. Because we've got the street outside as well.
A few Brian's meetups back in the day there. It was good.
Yeah. In the days of Wuhan, in the dark days of Wuhan, it was.
Well,
it's taken a life of its own. I mean, people kind of ask about the first part of the month. Where's it going to be? What time? They're always.
Well, what
I want to catch it. You know.
Yeah.
Recently, we've had people come visit, and they said they have like a list of what they want to check off, and one of them was the meetup.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a bunch of folks there that they follow, which is cool. That's the whole purpose of doing it.
Who's the special guest for this meetup? I know you usually try to get in a special guest every time. Is it going to be that Richard travel guy?
Tom. Tom will be there.
Tom, that's the special guest. You're pulling out all the stops for La Pub.
We've got many.
Well, you got Phil there anyway. Phil's the star anyway. Phil's the star.
Yeah, that's true.
He is, yeah. But we got many from No Time to Be Sad fame coming.
Who you got?
Many.
That's a joke. You guys will look it up. Someone in the chat's going to know who I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I don't watch.
Is Chuck coming down for it?
No.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, John. Meet up in new places. The pub, this one. And we're not sure about the next one. It could be back at the Wombat. May not.
Yep, just depends.
Yeah.
It all depends. We got to look around. We got to spread some love around.
That's right.
We could even have it a sexy bar.
We could, but I can't hear shit, you know.
Well, it's the same thing wherever you had it. When I spoke to Phil, I said, Phil, we have to have the music low because people just want to talk. And he said, that's fine. He totally understood.
Please release me. Let me go.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Because I don't love you anymore.
Dave wants to.
Please get your ass out my door. No.
Dave wants to know when the meetup's going to be in Sarin.
Yeah, many and Udon. That was a joke, though, by the way. I was just saying that for an inside joke.
I'm quite sure we could do it up there one day. I was thinking have
a pool party.
Dave just said, when is it going to be in Sarin? And I think I think it's good, like when we go on these road trips, that it should be, well, not shoot from the hip, like, oh, let's just say we're having a meetup. No, let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
So people can plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can tell you that one of the last times, and it was a while back, you were on one of your little excursions and they were supposed to have the Mr. Mitch's meetup and you weren't in town for it, but it still kind of went through because Tom and I were there and it was about 5 or 6, but you had a couple of YouTubers show up to it.
Yeah, and, James and I were down south at that.
Right. And I even said,
Fern come to it. And
as a joke, I told TT, I said, well, the next time Mitch is out of town and he has the Mr. Mitch's meetup, all I'm going to do is get a piece of paper and print out a copy of his face and just put it over mine and stand out front going, fuck you, everyone.
Get some cheesy mask.
Yeah, just get a little cheesy mask, sit out front and go, fuck you, everyone. And just wave at everybody.
Travel would be good, John. I agree.
Yeah. Like, to be honest with you, could have the YouTube meetup at a hotel. That's Slive Hotel.
Oh, he's back. I thought you went to the gym, Richard, or was it to the bathroom?
I
Yeah.
put it in the
How long
private
I
chat,
left?
man. I said bathroom break in the private chat.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we
I saw
don't.
Knucklehead.
Private chat.
Come on, you know how
Oh, we
hard
did.
it
Look
is
at
for
that
us to
private
do all that
chat.
shit.
Holy crap! This modern technology.
Yeah.
Bathroom break back in 60. How did you know that it wasn't going to be like 68, 69, 70 seconds?
I've timed it.
Definitely going to be
I've timed it. I'm
69.
You
professional.
are good.
Yeah.
Professional.
You are good.
Sometimes I come in
Cut
at
it.
58 seconds, but it depends.
Cut it short. Wipe it deep. Oh,
Shake it more than twice you're playing with it.
Jesus. It is a family
Yeah.
show, right?
Oh.
No, not
Tom,
really.
while we got these indubious guests on, what was the other topics we were supposed to cover this week?
Experts.
Hemingway's. Hey, James did a
Hemingway's.
live stream from that restaurant that Brian was talking about, the Story.
What story?
It's called The Story near the Rage Gym. That restaurant. It's called The Story.
I haven't heard of it or
Did you
been
see
there
it?
yet.
Yeah, I
Yep.
haven't been there either. Anyway,
Yep.
sorry to
Heming-
interrupt you. What was on the agenda?
Yeah, what is
Oh,
on
we're
the
going to
agenda?
Hemingway's on Tuesday. Hemingway's Tuesday,
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's, we haven't really planned a lot this week. We haven't really planned a lot.
I was counting on you. I really thought that you had like a whole bunch of stuff and gold, and you were going to tell us about how the dollar's going to go to
Expert.
40.
No, I reckon, no, yeah, like the expert, I reckon the dollar will dip. But I'm really bullish on the US dollar, and that's because the world's debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and while these governments, all the governments, UK governments, euro, Canadian dollar, Australian, any debt they've got is all in US dollar. And so it's got to be the best currency to be on.
Yeah, I'm hoping you're right, because I'd really like just to get it back up to 35 at this point in time.
Yeah. Well, it could, you know, it's been going down
Because it's
now
about time for me to exchange some money.
No, it's come down for like 10 weeks now.
Wise
Yep.
is guaranteeing right now 32.8150.
That's low,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah, it's still low, isn't it? You know,
You know
it's
what
like-
my prediction is? It'll be
32.
30 in a week.
No.
No.
You don't put money on it?
No.
And I reckon my prediction is a low of 32 and a high of 35.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got somebody new in there. Who's someone's
Hey, John, what is that?
Mastabania?
You're moving back to John Tien? Is that what you just said? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so Dave was asking when we're going to go to
Seren.
Seren. I don't know, but we should. I should. I've been going there for 2 years now. Well, a year. Chris,
Oh, that's Nanette. Hello, host Simply Nanette. That's Nanette's alter ego.
Oh, is it?
what?
Is that because she got hacked, didn't she? Her original channel got hacked.
I don't know.
Really?
Yep.
Wait a minute now. So
she
what's,
lost the
what's
channel.
the
Hello,
alter ego?
Daz.
No, that's
As-
not Simply Nanette. So that must Nanette, is that one of your friends there?
Oh,
Kriza?
right, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, her friend. Okay, that's Nanette's friend.
Yeah, we're up to 16. Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit, we're setting records.
Almost at
Oh,
Richard
so-
travel levels.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dad.
Another 4, you'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
Well,
everybody's kind of missing out. I was real close to actually sending you a message, but of course I didn't wake up till like 10:30 yesterday. I was going to actually get your ass in gear and be like, dude, go live. I'll get on there with you. You can make fun of me for a while like normal. And just to keep the algorithm going a little bit so you don't miss
yeah.
a show.
Yeah, the algorithm. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fair point. I was thinking about it. It was definitely on my mind, you know, like
Just
maybe I'll
we'll
it.
call it like Richard Raw, which is a lot different than Richard Raw over here.
Yeah.
Tell everybody we're raw dogging it.
Yeah.
No protection whatsoever. It's unfiltered.
That would have been a good name for the live show, Richard Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Unfiltered. Yeah. Richard Unfiltered. Richard Unfiltered.
Saturday.
Don't take
Saturday.
much
I'll tell you
help
what.
from
See what happens on Saturday if you're not in Costa Rica.
Yeah, I think the next guest is going to be Fern. So I definitely think a show title like Richard Unfiltered will be good to have, because I'll have her on.
It'd be
Kind of like
good.
play on words.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good person. You know what I mean? She is a really good person.
I wonder, is she still live right now?
She was cooking earlier. I sent her. Yeah, let's see if she's still.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, Fern's still going at it. She's still cooking.
Oh God, I thought you were talking about something. Never mind. Sucks being deaf.
Have you ever done that? You guys, have you actually showed like a live? So you can actually go to Fern's live stream. You can bring it up, share the screen, comment. It's kind of like, what do they call that, Mitch? It's like stream sniping or something. When you go in and.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Like, don't do it.
I'm pretty famous around the genre.
Stream sniping?
No, I've been screen sniped a bunch. So have you guys.
Oh.
Well, at least a couple of you.
Who? Well, Richard, not us.
Yeah, Fern is great.
Yeah.
First time I met her, loved her. Yes, great lady.
I
ran into her yesterday. Hey, really Ryan. After we split up, I went into that establishment and did what I needed to do. And when I came out, I ran into Fern.
No kidding.
Really?
Talking about macro, you guys.
I was getting ready to say, so I'll clarify for everybody thinking that we're talking about something dirty. Mitch went into macro and got his coffee.
Yeah.
It's not that exciting. Yeah. Everybody's going, I wonder what he's talking about.
No,
we were out by the circumvent, and I said, hey, I got to go run over here and help somebody with a TV problem. He says, well, we're right by macro. I'm going to go buy my coffee. I said, knock yourself out. Have fun. And we departed ways. So when Mitch is talking in code of, well, we split up and I went into that place and did my business, he's talking about buying coffee. It's not that exciting.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
Sure. Yeah, you saw Gary anyway, didn't you? You saw Gary.
Yeah, saw Gary too. That was a spontaneous, let's stop here. And we were on our way back from that little motorbike ride.
Yep.
Ryan and I.
Yeah.
Gary's everyday part of life. Hi, Mike. Yeah, so we stopped there. It was good. It was nice.
Yeah, it was a good ride that day. I took Mitch out to the Point, and we get out there. He goes, "What is this place called?" I said, "It's called Anal Point." And he goes, "I don't like this place. We need to go now."
All of a sudden, the hair stood up on the back of my head. I was like, oh boy! So, no, I thought, oh shit, someone's gonna recognize me.
Gary's coming on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's good. And John asked me a question. No, I did not. John, you got to send me a picture online.
Who's this?
John's at Ryan. Did you see the photo of the TV I looked at? No, I did.
Oh,
70-inch screen. Nice.
Huh? Wow.
That's about the size of the one. I think they got 80 in Cajun. He went with the.
I got 65. 65 is too big.
Hey, question for you guys. Like on the condos in there, when I had my last condo, I could tell them like, listen, hey, so take this furniture out, take that out, and they would take it down to the basement and store it. Can you still do that? Like when you rent a condo, like, hey, this side bedroom, everything out. I want to like furnish
yes
it
and
myself.
no. I actually talked to someone about that today. They don't like doing it. Some will, some won't.
Depends on the owner.
Yeah.
Okay, so good question to ask ahead of time, right? Like, hey, so
very good question. Actually,
yeah. When you're doing that walkthrough and you're thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because like every bedroom is a bedroom. Like there's usually a bed and stuff. So I definitely want.
And you want that out of there.
Yeah.
So you can put the whips and the chains and all on the wall. And,
you gotta have space.
S&M. What do they call it? The B, the S. What was that name of that bar that people used to talk about all the time? They said if you go in there, that's where the kinky stuff happens. It's out off of Third. Mitch, you should know the name of it. What's it called? It's like I forget. Oh, hell.
Mitch, will you do it for you at his places? I'm not sure what you're asking, Dave. Help me out, guys. Mitch, will you do it?
I can't translate for Dave anymore, especially when he types. A fresh mattress does help. If you can't get one of those, at least a mattress pad. That always helps out.
Well, some people want an office as well. If you want an office, you want it all cleared out, really.
Right.
I bought a mattress for my last place. A really nice one, and I gave it away when I moved because I came to a place with a king.
Daz is saying it was the M&M bar.
Oh, M&M bar.
M&M bar.
Yeah, that one on Ko Chang you're talking. No, I shouldn't say that because it's actually real business.
Yeah.
Well, I may see you guys back later. I'm going to make some breakfast for myself because I'm definitely hungry.
What
So if
about
you're
that
going for a while
mocha,
longer.
whatever? What the hell did you call it last time? The green shit?
Matcha.
The matcha?
Yeah, the thing with this, man, like this is great, but if you got to have something solid in your system after a while, otherwise you get a little queasy. Yeah.
Or a little grumpy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About moving furniture, we do it
All
for
right.
you.
I'll see you guys a little bit later, maybe. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, see you
Richard, take
later,
care.
Richard.
Okay, Richard, take care.
Oh, good. You got
Stuff in
Mitch
your
on still, so
condos.
that means I can take a break.
Did I hit
If
my
anyone
head
wants
again?
to come in, feel free.
Help me out.
Well,
Did I hit my head again?
Dave, for the love of God, come into the live chat and explain yourself because you're
because I'm like behind on the
I'm
chat,
tired.
and I'm on 2 different streams. I was on 3, but I'm only on 2.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Professional.
And the thing is, we can start arranging the YouTube meetup in Surin.
It's not the YouTube meetup; it's the pool party.
Oh, it was a joke. God, they had me all.
Yeah, but Dave's missus has let all the local kids come in and use the pool now. It's great. Well, no, it's good because none of them can swim. None of them. They've all got rubber rings on. They've all got like rubber rings on. So
do they swim in the pool or in the koi pond?
No, they're in the pool. No, what you got to understand is, Ryan, there's so many kids here in Thailand. It's really bad, this country, for kids.
They've got kids in Thailand. I never knew that.
No, but it's the amount of kids that die of drowning. Their drowning deaths are unbelievable. You know, it's really
I'm willing to bet that the
Thanks, Tommy.
traffic fatality. I was going to say, Dave, if you come on, you got to put on a shirt at least.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Mitch has been gone way too long. I heard Richard ask, if you go into a condo, will they move the furniture down in the basement for you? And I said, Mitch will in his condos.
Yeah.
That's
how slow I am. I'm just like.
Right over your head.
Totally right. It's these headphones.
I was getting ready to say the headphones didn't even catch it.
It happens to me occasionally.
Yeah. Now, if I have someone that'll sign a 1-year lease and do their deposits, I'll buy them a new bed. I don't give a food. I'll buy them a new bed.
I rent 4 condos from Mitch across Thailand, and he does it for me every place that I've been. So I just have to sign on the dotted line. And, that's the way it is.
The main.
So, Dave, if we ever meet up at your way, where would we meet? Sleeve Hotel, or because you got a
that would probably be the best, but I don't think that'll happen. There isn't anybody around here. Hold on, let me change. I'm on the wrong. I'm not on my headphones.
There's people that'll be traveling.
There we go. That's
all that kind of stuff.
Now I can hear you through my headphones.
When's Bobby coming back? Is he? I know he's going home, but he's coming back to Thailand. I take it, is he?
It's going to depend on what he's going to do.
Hello, Mike and Nicole in the house.
Hello. If he
think.
What's that?
Mike and Nick come up to the meetup.
If he decide what they have to decide which house they're going to fix up. Supposedly Jai is supposed to retire in July. Okay, and then they're going to sell everything and do all their stuff and then come back. It'll be the middle of the year. But if they decide to live in, they've got a house in town that was her mom's house. They've got one that he showed that's on the family land that he could do, or he could build one outright on land that they have right up the street from the family land. So depending on what he's going to do, he might come back, and you can ask him yourself, but he might come back before she retires and start work on whatever place they're going to do. I had the pleasure of having.
Does he want to live? Does he want to live up in Surin then, Dave? There's quite a few of you up in there, isn't there? There's quite a few.
Yeah, it's starting to be. It seems like it. And people that I'm meeting, like Bo, I had no idea that she had a channel here right in Surin, and I never watched her before. So very nice lady.
I just heard about her just a couple days ago.
She's funny. She's a little pistol. She's a go-getter up at Dawn and at her and her sister own an organic. I bought 3 kilos of cucumbers for them and made pickles out of them. They were excellent.
What's their backstory? I mean, they have families there, their parents there, their husbands.
Yeah, she does. I guess she's married to a Canadian guy, and they live on the. I'm imagining it's the family. I didn't go there. Bobby actually went to the area that her and her sister grow on.
Mm-hmm.
And, very nice lady. I met her with when I met up with Maui and his wife. And then also Paul was there, Paul. I met Paul Muhan, the teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crew
So a
Muhan.
lot of people coming through Surin for sure, but I don't think there'll ever be a meetup per se here. I want to get another. I was talking to them. I'm trying to put together a boat trip. I haven't really. I got a couple people that are interested, 2 or 3. Bobby being one of them. Next year, I told the lady it was just phenomenal, and it's actually kind of reasonable. If we get 5 people, and you all brought your better halves, which I would suggest doing because it's an absolute ball on the boat all day long from sun up to sunset, and it's like it works out to like $160, $170 a couple. And you know, and you don't have to just do fishing. You can go in the morning, you can go snorkeling. They'll take you wherever you want to go. Great people. It was fun. Everybody kind of missed out, but it was understandable. That's just a bad time of the year. But that's the time that Aaron goes. He'll go that time next year. But the one that I want to set up, like if Mitch wants to go, Bobby wants to go, maybe Chuck wants to go, maybe Joe wants to go, maybe James wants to go this time. And the thing, I think it's reasonable as hell. I mean, some of these excursions you go on, hell, it costs you $300 to rent a jet ski for an hour. You know, I mean, it's, you know, so I don't know. I had an absolute ball. It was fun. Really a good time.
I'm quite sure if you advertise it, Dave, you'll get people, you'll get subscribers who are interested.
Yeah, I think so. I think people will really, really like it. I was kind of hoping that, you know, bigger people were going to get it out there, like Chuck and Joe and
I
James.
think it was the timing, Dave. I think it's
Yeah,
the timing.
bad time of year. Chuck is just, you know, he does all the kids stuff and the school stuff, and he runs into January. I think he's hanging out for they're going to have, I think, the first time in 3 years their festival there. I think in January. Plus, you got Chinese New Year's, which Mafia is, you know, big on, and well, they all are. The whole family.
Well, that's next Sunday. That is.
Yeah, Chinese New Year. Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be fun. I'll start really reeling in people in the middle of next year because he's saying the best time for fishing, I believe, I'll have to recheck with him, is October, November, December. So I'm thinking maybe sometime in October or something when everybody else is, give everybody a good time. Because I don't know. I know Chuck's got a bunch. I never even asked anybody. I haven't asked Joe, haven't asked Mitch. All the people I mentioned, I didn't ask, except for Bobby. Bobby's again, and I think Jim wants to go of Jam fame. Meow's husband. Anyway, Jim, he said he wanted to fish. A lot of fishermen. They'd have an absolute. It was fun. Tim's still here. I mean, I couldn't have. I don't know. There was one. I've been on a lot of sports, and Mitch has too. A lot of sports fishing and diving and all that stuff. Like Mitch had, top notch. These people. The crew was top notch. Just it was an excellent day. Excellent day. So, Bo made a joke about Dave. Bought 30 baht of cucumber, then spent 1,200 baht on this stuff. Pretty much. That's pretty much true. What did she charge? I thought it was cheap. It was 20. Yeah, they were excellent, man. It's the first time I've made these refrigerator pickles. There's no boiling, canning, any of that stuff. You put some heat to the vinegar. You throw in some stuff into that. You pour, you let it cool down. You shove the pickles in the jar. You put in your spices. You pour it over it. You put them in the refrigerator, and the next morning they were pickles. They were very, very decent dill. The only thing is the dill here. I used powdered almost leaves, and it turned it would have been better if I would have had fresh dill, but still they taste great. I'll eat. What happened?
Tim's comment.
What did Tim say? I missed it.
He puked on the owner's wife.
Yeah, you did. I wasn't ever going to say anything about that. You ratted your own self out. And who's this Chin Jan when you were connected? My new friend got on
deep diving. Now, what do you mean by deep diving, John? We're talking scuba deep diving, not some soy 6 joke. I want to get back to deep diving on the right boat.
Hey, Chew and Zen channel. Thank you. I don't think I ever seen
33 subscribers.
Awesome. Thanks for putting that link
Zen. Oh, let me get the link.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Fortunately, I've never been seasick. I came close one time, but that was because I was still kind of.
They got to Tim absolutely hit it perfectly. Tim hit it perfectly. He started to get a little sick. They loaded him full of some pills. He got rid of those out of his system. He loaded some more in, slept for an hour and a half, and the fish started hitting, and he was wide-eyed, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed. He was ready to rock and roll. So I never have. I used to when I was young.
Great minds think alike.
What did he say? What did I miss? What did Tommy say?
Oh, when I was talking about deep diving. Now, is that supposed to be 70 meters? Honestly, I've never been that deep. Actually, I don't have.
What is 70? That's what, almost 3. That's 200 feet.
Yeah, I don't think I've been that deep. I'm trying to think of my deepest.
I'll have to check out your channel. June's in. Where there was Tim.
Yeah, I'm putting the links up now.
Yeah, maybe 120. I'd like to yell macho about it, but no, I haven't. What? I have a question for John. Why? Holy shit, 220. Is this for like a wreck dive or something, or because there's really nothing to see unless there's a wreck or something down there at that depth?
220 is as far as you can go. What's a 140 is recreational, as far as you can go on a wreck license. 220, you better have some serious equipment getting down that far.
Well, yeah.
That'd be almost mixed gas, right?
Yeah.
After that depth or something, I would guess.
I forget all of my.
That's deep.
I know you get your basic open water, and then that's at 30 or 40 or 50 feet. I forget all my feet, and someone's going to correct me with the PADI certificate. But when you get your open advanced, everybody likes the open advanced because all your cool dives are at like 70, 80, and they don't want to say it's like at 120. That's your open advanced.
Oh, it was a Navy diver. Well, that makes a little sense, John.
Well, yeah,
now it all comes clear. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a PADI rescue. I did my open water, advanced open water, and my rescue diver. Those are the certifications I have. Now, I
never did the rescue. Not. I did the nitrous to get that certification because I like breathing that a lot better than the regular air. It just tastes better.
We used to fill up balloons and
what's the one?
But I've done Rex here, Crom, Hard Deep.
No mixed gas ever. Okay.
I can't even think.
You know better than me. My deepest dive has been 2 feet, almost a meter. I really was pushing it. I was trying to get to a meter, and my fat ass body just floated me right back up to the top.
That's why you got to put some weights on it.
Yeah, but I just couldn't carry 300 pounds worth of lead. It just seemed like a little excessive, but that's what it would take to get me in the water.
The very first dive I ever did was down in Turks, and it was down in the Turks and Caicos or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to figure everything out. So off the side of the boat I went, and I was supposed to just sit there on the surface, and then everybody else in the water, then the dive person that was coming with us in groups was going to get there. And we're only in about 20 feet of water. Well, I hit that water and I sunk like a goddamn rock, and I went down, and thank God the bottom was like a beach and it was just pristine down there. And I'm literally sitting on the bottom looking up at the boat, and here comes the dive instructor, the one that's supposed to be leading us, and he's full down to me, and I'm looking at him going, I'm okay. And he's like, just wait here. And he kind of waited and surfaced a little slower, got the rest of the group because we're going, in pairs, but it was 4 of us. Me and my dive partner, and then the other 2 people, and then the instructor was staying with us. So I just remember sitting there, and my buddy, he come down and he grabbed some weights off of mine, and then I got my BCG and floated a little bit. But boy, my very first dive off the boat, 20 feet down like a rock, and sitting on the bottom looking up going, well, ain't this some shit? Maybe we put too much weight in the vest.
If I've missed anyone's channel, then please say hi in the channel, and I'll advertise your channel for you.
Yeah, I even went through and subscribed to everybody's that we didn't have.
I got to go back I got to get my phone. I can't. I need to have my phone because I can't type into this stuff. don't I?
I just jump over into YouTube real quick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's
Yeah, I
good.
just jump into YouTube and ignore
Still
the
using
screen
my
for a
picture on
second.
this dive site.
Yeah.
You can do a walk off the beach.
This is
and
Joe's
go down.
channel. Yeah, Joe's not in the chat, is he? So I don't know what his channel's called now.
Joe.
Old men something or other, right?
Oh, you're Mojo.
Yeah, if somebody wants to
Old
throw the
guys
link
rule.
up, feel free.
Yeah, I think so. Old guys rule. I think that's it.
I did.
think
Is Joe
you're
actually
right.
doing some videos now? I ain't seen Joe in a while.
He's got a lot on his plate, mate.
Yeah, it's but usually he'll pop in for a little while to say hello.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate, I think.
Yeah, he's got the little one that he looks after.
Yeah.
You know, he changed that channel just so he could tell Dave to
Tommy,
kiss it
I
on the
know.
channel. Yeah, just so he could tell
Exactly.
Dave to kiss it on his channel. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we still haven't figured that out yet.
yeah,
I gotta figure out. I'm gonna let all the trolls go. I was gonna do it on New Year's. I'm gonna let them all out.
Don't do it, Dave. I've
got so many now because I was getting bombarded, and I still am with the take the troll banner down all in caps. But I just love getting those because I know the guy who's doing it is paying for them. So I love to see them, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And every time I delete somebody, they go
You're
to
joking.
they go to my little thing. I still get, I don't know, 10 or 15, 20 a day. I was getting 50 a day. But he
Wow.
must have ran out of a little bit of money. Must have ran out of money.
Sorry?
either that or-
You
What's
was
that?
getting 50 a day, Dave.
Yeah. I loved it. 'Cause the
Tommy's
first thing that
saying.
Go ahead.
Tommy's saying Joe has COVID for the 4th time. That's
Yeah.
a bummer. And I just realized that Tommy J here, but Jay Easy isn't. He must have them tied up in the basement or something because normally they're all
Jay-E's got
together.
up early to watch the football.
Yeah.
I was
That's
talking,
right. You said
I was
there's some
talking to
kind
him
of a
about 4
thing.
morning.
Yeah, but otherwise, I wanted to let him because we still can't figure it out why he can't see me and why I can't see him. One of us have something blocked and we're just not seeing it, or YouTube has done something weird. I don't know.
The all-powerful wizard of YouTube sitting behind the curtain, controlling the algorithm and blocking two old guys from arguing back and forth on YouTube. They did us a service.
Dave, so many people you got blocked on your channel, and you must have about 1,000 people blocked.
Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I've got a lot of people now.
I've got 300. Last time I looked, I had 350.
I don't know. I can go look. What does it tell you how many, or do I actually have to count them?
Who knows?
I think it actually gave me a number. I can't remember now, but I looked at it and.
Dave, what is the issue with your banner? You're talking about your banner. What?
I guess whoever this person is, I think it's a male, maybe a short male, maybe I don't know, some kind of a narcissistic male. I don't know, but he I guess he doesn't like mental health. I think I'll tell you what. A lot of people watching the channel now because of that banner. They're because we're making mental health known. They appreciate it. People that have mental health issues are actually watching. Are actually watching. Yeah. So I'll never take that banner down.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'd never had mental issues before, but when we had the Wuhan lockdown, that definitely gave me mental issues.
Yeah.
Then my son, who was 31, he committed suicide. So I'm quite sure that was mental issues as well. So your banner, Dave, I fully support it.
I'll never, ever take it down. And if it's because of peace, love to everyone, which maybe it is, I don't know. I've been saying that since the early 70s when we had free love. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just definitely, I would say unstable, but I don't think that's a word. Unstable person.
Are you saying there's no free love here in Patia?
I've been seeing this since about 2000.
No money, no honey.
Yeah. Who did you tell me was? Who was the YouTuber that used to go in the Wombat for
Fantastic has used this in his streams forever.
I don't know.
Off.
The guy's got problems. I'm hoping it's been really quiet except for the take the troll banner down. And
so what are you getting, Dave? Emails or messages?
No, on my videos, comments. But I learned how to put specific words in, and you'll never see them.
Oh,
it automatically
you
locks
can put
them out.
words in and block it. Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. I never knew how to do it. One day I stumbled across it, and otherwise,
It's funny that somebody would have a problem with that.
Yeah, I've got about 50 keywords that if they put any of those in the messages, it doesn't come up.
Yeah, that's how this one, it puts it into
because obviously we live in
deal.
we live in Thailand as well. So because we live in Thailand, we've got those majestic laws, so we can't talk about certain things here. So within my chat, I've put certain words. If you use it, it just doesn't show up in the chat.
Right on, Daz. That's good. Embrace your issues, your mental issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a big deal.
I wasn't sure if you was there though. I was talking about it at a meetup. Daz, one of the luncheons that I had therapy. I had 6 months of therapy.
Well, I'll tell you what. I put it up mainly because of Tom. Tom had put that on something. I can't remember what it was. And I said, "Oh, that's a good thing. I think I'm going to put that up." And I will. I'll never take it down unless somebody was to jump in their car and drive all the way to Surin and beat me into submission. Otherwise, I'm not taking it down. So,
I'm not that.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
As Johnson
Talking of which, though, Dave, I do have a bone to pick with you. I told Tom I was going to get you when you came on the show. So it's time. I'm going to get you now since we're live and I can talk and it's
I'm
not.
ready. I'm in a good mood today.
So I was on your live stream and I was goofing like I normally do, and they were talking about like tips for Thailand or something like that. And I said something to the fact of, I said, "Oh, pro tip here: don't come to Pattaya and look for a wife." And all of a sudden, I got blasted by some of the people in your chat going, "Oh, that's not right. Oh, you shouldn't say." Or I don't forget what they said. That you even came to their defense, going, "Oh, come on, I don't hold it against the girl for trying to make a living and this, that, the other, blah blah blah." And I'm going, "You white knights, sons of."
If I said that, I had absolutely no idea unless somebody else, because what you just said right there, I would have never even put two and two together that a wife in Pattaya. I would have never put two and two together. There must have been something else in the conversation that came up about maybe a bar girl and what they do for a living, because I've always been that way.
And I forget. Yeah, well, and I don't hold anybody that's going to make a living. Listen, I'm running pyramid schemes over here unsuccessfully, by the way, but I'm trying to run some pyramid schemes. So if anybody wants to hear about my pyramid scheme, just ask me about it and send me 5,000 baht, and you can get in at the bottom, which is the strongest part of the pyramid is the base. So that's where you want to be. I was sitting there, and that's why I told everybody. I said, half the time, I was in there, I was kind of, being light and joking around about it. And I said, but boy, did I get it. I'm not going to say lit up, but I had some people come on there and I could tell like I hit a nerve with some of them. And I can remember I was on Mike's stream and he was talking about it. And the way he put it one day, I even put on there, you just hit the nail on the head. And it's one of those, because we'll always say, the big joke is back home, in America, it's like, oh, don't go to the bar to go meet a girl. You go to church, go to church to go meet a girl or something like that. Go meet a good girl. And it's like, have there been people successfully meet a girl in a bar and get married and have a happy life and everything? Sure. I've known plenty of people that met their wives in bars.
20, 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're out there, sure.
But at the same time, that's not the ideal. It's not like, hey, we're going to go get pissed drunk tonight. Let me see if I can't go meet a wife down at the local watering hole where, the chances of meeting the town bicycle are a lot. It's a lot stronger to go meet the town bicycle than the girl you're going to marry.
I think it's age related as far as my thinking. Yeah. If I was 30 years old, probably wouldn't be looking for a wife anyway, but no. I would definitely be chasing down the street. Like I said, I'd probably be dead because I would have done as many drugs as I possibly have done when I was in my early 30s, and said, "What? There's another girl there, and I can still get her, and I still have 10,000 baht in my pocket. I'm doing this until I drop dead." But so thank God I never found Thailand. That's for sure.
I had that conversation the other day. I said, man, thank God I didn't find this place. Thank God I didn't find this place when I was in my 20s. Because Ditching Corporate had said something. He goes, man, if I'd only known about this when I was like 40 or something like that. And I just looked at him and smiled. And I said, yeah, but I'm not as crazy like some other younger guys that, because I can't. I'm trying to think of the last time I was out late at night at a bar anyways. It's been a good second. I'm I'm not out there running around with Mr. Mitch. You know, he's got his own little scene that he does. I'm not crazy like him.
I'll tell you what, I give him a lot of credit. He's been going there since he was like 8, I think. Something like that. I don't know, 17 or something.
Yeah.
He has great self-control or something,
Right.
because I would have never left. I would have said, I got to get on a plane. Wait,
I was 17,
there's still
guys.
300 women down here I haven't done.
What were you like when you were 17?
Oh, I said I would have still been there. I would have been dead.
And I was turned loose in Thailand. So
that's why I said you're my hero.
That was my exact words.
Over a good meal, you know.
Yeah. That was my exact words to Mitch. If I would have come here at 17 like you, I'd have been working on Soy 6 as a bar manager, drunk as a skunk for 2 years.
Yeah, every time that I would have went to get on a plane.
Yeah.
As soon as I would have went, it's time to get on a plane. Wait a second. There's still 17,000 women down this one street over here that I have not seen. So I'm going to stay here. I'm not getting on a plane, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to stay here. But Mitch is my hero. I mean, he's had a good you had a good time here. I mean, and diving, dive business. You've had a lot of good times in Thailand.
Yeah,
I'm being serious.
My wife and children here. I mean, she's not my ex-wife, American wife, but yeah, we travel a lot.
You had a good time. I think it's great.
And
I applaud you, brother.
To be fair, an American lady was the reason I got divorced, not a Thai lady. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never heard that before, Mitch. You know, everybody stays married in the States for so long. There's no divorce over there.
Yeah, 25 years we were married.
Wow.
You know, that's
the way I see it is you can't help what you fall in love with, and that is fact.
That's true. The first time I came here was 79, and I didn't come. First time I came here was when you came in 2018. So I didn't even get that. Like I said, if I would have come in 79, I would have died here in early 80. Early 80, I would think.
You would have been part of the earliest Hells Angels.
You never know.
Maybe I'd have found a nice one, but it is. I mean, I am, like I said, my back's against the wall. I got to do whatever I got to do, and to feed my family, do whatever I have. Whatever a woman wants to do with her body, she wants to sell it, give it away, whatever she wants to do.
Not arguing that point.
What's that?
Yeah, not arguing that point.
And whatever it takes. I mean, you take care of what you got to do. Now, are there women out there that are just doing it because they're nymphos and they just love it? Sure. You know, I mean, I'm sure there are.
You know what the funny thing is, and you talk about, you always hear the stories of, the horror stories from some of the people through some of the other channels and vlogs where they tell the stories about guys getting screwed over by women in Southeast Asia, whether it's here, there, this, that, the other. And I'm seeing how I can prelude into this. I've talked to some of these ladies and that are kind of, they're bad. I watched the stunts that they pull and I'm going, oh, you're bad for that one. That's not nice. But at the same time, they're sending money back home to their siblings or to a family member, not as a loan, but as a give. And I'll go ahead and tell the story.
So paying for schooling.
No, this is the story. So you had one girl that, I kind of knew. I didn't know her that well. We weren't buddies. We didn't hang out or anything, but we talked and everything. And she used to travel around and go to like Dubai and some of these other countries where you can make a lot more money doing Thai massage, especially if you do the extracurricular activities. You definitely make a hell of a lot more money than here. So, she's pulling in 200,000 baht a month in Dubai, doing massage and some extracurricular activities along with the massage. I'll let y'all use your own imagination for that. And she did that for about 2 or 3 months, what she had for a visa, and made a ton of money. Well, on the way back, she stopped, she was from Laos. On the way back, she stopped into here. And at the time, her brother was about to get married. And her brother asked her for 200,000 baht. Now, she just probably made 3.5, 400,000 baht, working overseas, working hard, doing massage every day, plus some extracurricular activities. And now her brother has the gall to ask for 200,000 baht as a dowry or sinsad so he can marry this girl. Not, hey, sis, will you loan me the money? Will you give me the money? And of course, it's family, so she's going to get that. And me, I'm sitting there going, you tell that MF for hell no. And if he wants the damn money, he can carry his ass across the border and sell his ass down on wherever, Boys Town or this, that, the other. You just worked hard for that money, and you're going to give over half of it away to your brother. Tell him to kiss your rear end. She gave it to him. She gave it to him, and now she's just going to have to go back out there and work again to send more money home. And
it's their culture.
And I get that, and I get the culture. That's why I don't get involved or say anything, except for I'll look at them and go, because, you know, they look at us. And I think that's, if you have it and you're able to give, it's kind of expected in some of the cultures and some of the families. That's why they kind of look at us, and if we have any type of savings and they're going, well, mom and dad need to remodel the house or this and this, why don't you just give it to them? It's like, because I saved that money and it's for a rainy day, I'm not giving it up. I worked hard for that money. You want money, get off your backside and earn it. You know, it's kind of like me. That's because that's my culture and my tradition and my family. And the way I was brought up. You know, I started working with my family at 12 years old at a young age, making money, you know, doing family business stuff. And I can remember I went to a very affluent school where the kids are driving around in Mercedes and Mustangs and stuff like that. And I looked at my parents like, hey, y'all going to buy me a car? They're like, no, you can get off your ass and go buy your own car. You know, you go work for it. We're not giving you shit. You got to earn your way through life. So that's kind of how, you know, I was brought up. You earn your way through life.
Sure. And that's the way it should be. And that's what they're not teaching now.
Correct.
Now these kids that are coming up they have no respect for their elders. They have no respect for anybody or anything. And I not only do I want this, you need to give me this as my father or my uncle or whatever. They're deserving. I deserve this. Deserve what?
Right.
You know, I had this discussion with my son, and the same thing in a car. Well, Billy's dad gave him a brand new car. So that's the same one that I came and picked you up last week that he blew up the motor in it because he didn't put any oil in it. That's what happens when you don't pay with your own money. You don't give a shit. And let his dad buy him another one. And next time tell his dad to come pick you guys up because I'll leave you on the side of the freaking road. But my kid's a good kid. I mean, he's good. But with I think it was Kevin here saying women screw men. Yeah, they sure do. And I think you're stupid here if you meet a woman and the first thing that you're talking to her online, you're talking to her through her dating, whatever you're doing, and the first thing you're talking to her for 10 minutes and she's asked you for 10,000 baht 10 times, maybe you need to move on to the next one. If you go with that one and it costs you money, hey, tough shit.
Goddamn, Dave, they both let you realize that Tom is away from his headphones, so he doesn't know what he's saying. So we could like ruin the channel right now. That's a lot of trust he just put into us.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. There
he's getting his peach tea. I thought he was going for his joint, but yeah.
But the women, I think you just have to know, and what's good about people my age is the women. One thing, if you want the dowry or whatever you called it, I forget the name now.
Inside.
It's going to be for a younger woman, and a woman that's 40 that's had 2 kids. That it is more than likely. No. My mother-in-law and father-in-law didn't ask for anything. They said, our daughter's happy. We're perfectly content with.
Yeah, you've got a good family that you're attached to.
Yeah, right. And and the women, they want men 50, 60 years old, mostly from Australia, maybe UK and the US, because first of all, if you're on Social Security and you're collecting $2,000 a month, that's good money, man. You could take this woman's looking at you going, this man can take care of me for the rest of my life. And is that a bad thing? No.
There's a trade-off. And listen, in any relationship you get involved in. Simply. All right, Nanette, good night. And that's what, you hit the nail on the head there, too. Any relationship you get into anywhere in the world, there's a partnership. That's why they call it a relationship. And someone brings something to the table. Sure. Someone's going to bring something to the table, or there wouldn't be a relationship. Whether it's secure, and everybody says, oh, well, it's money. Well, money's part of it. it's more though of security, or a comfortable way of life.
Right.
So
Sure, and like I said, my wife looks at me and goes, "I'm the luckiest woman in the world," and I believe I'm the luckiest man in the world. And I know what I bring to the relationship. And my wife looks at me, and I can honestly tell you, 100% from my gut, this woman loves me. Why?
Right.
I couldn't give you a clue on why.
I couldn't either, but
exactly.
It beats
But
the hell
I
out
know
of me.
my wife.
But what you got to look about, we know when you're in the West, and when we go through like good times and recession times, then in recession times, people get laid off, lose their job. How many people go through a divorce or a partner breakup when they lose their job?
I want to say finance is the number one cause of divorce in America.
Yeah, of course. Well, because it goes back to hunter gatherers, doesn't it? So in the Stone Age, we used to go out and hunter. If you can't go out and hunter and gather, you're on your way out.
Yeah.
People used to tell me that shit all the time. Money doesn't. You can't buy love. Well, I tell you what, man, sure makes living a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
When you don't have bills and you don't have a wife looking at you going, why are they hooking up a record to our car and towing it out of our driveway? And do we have a place to live next week? And how come we can't pay the electric bill? And it isn't going to buy true love. No, it's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. Hell yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. So, if you're looking at your bank balance every time you go into a supermarket, then you're in trouble.
My aunt, we used to have parties when I was younger. I had a little bit of money, more than I probably should have. And me and my cousin, we had a bar. We bought a bar, and we used to run around. And hell, I went to Lake Powell for 6 weeks, and I left my air conditioning and everything on at my house because I didn't want to come home to a house. But she used to ask me all the time. We'd have parties. We had a pizza oven. We made pizza. We bought all this stuff. And the Italians in my family are obsessed with money. How much did this cost you? How much is it? Me and my cousin looked at each other going, I ain't got a clue. The whole bill was $680. You figure it out. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue what one certain thing costs, And is it nice to be able to live like that? Sure it is. Could you take advantage of it? I guess you could. But the people that really keep their money, they don't. They don't take advantage of it, and they don't push it to the limit. But
as Mitch said, but it's all of us. It don't matter who you are. Everybody goes through times when you're looking. You got money troubles. You've overstretched yourself.
Yeah,
it's difficult. But once you get through it, or if you've gone bankrupt, I've been bankrupt. So I've been bankrupt. But what that made me do afterwards, I've never had a debt since.
That kind of opened your eyes.
I don't like being in debt.
I was young.
Yeah,
I was
lucky enough. The only people who lost the money was the banks.
Yeah,
it was like
and so my uncle always
it was only like $500,000 US dollars.
A couple of family members that always wanted to borrow money from other family members, and I never quite understood that. And they screwed the other family members. And it's like, why are you screwing somebody over a real estate deal that you could have been screwing the bank? If there was going to be that position, take the money from the freaking bank. Don't take it from your uncle who's living on a fixed income and only has $200,000 in the bank. And I never could understand it. I've got a couple of family members that have done that. Luckily, everything worked out and everybody's talking to each other. But it was stupid.
That happens here a lot. We talked about the other day. The poor. Some of the not poor, but some of the ladies here, they open up a business, and the next thing you know, the family's coming out the woodwork asking for a cosign of this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah. And then, time goes on. Next thing you know, the banks are calling them going, hey, you co-signed on this truck. Where's our money? And they're being, held up for it. And I know that, a few of us talked about it the other day, and it was more than one of us that had about similar stories going, yeah, well, I knew a lady, could we talk to her? I knew a lady that oversigned loans for people left and right for cars, for houses, and everything else. And then when it was time for her to go sign, she wanted to take a loan out to, buy some land to build a house on. She got denied because she had already, co-signed a couple times that went south. And it's like, man, take advantage of each other sometimes. And the same thing in America with the co-signing. I had to get my dad to co-sign for my first car. I had no credit. I was a young man. He co-signed for me, and then 6 months a year I could get him off of the loan. The fastest I could get him off of that loan, I did, and did it on my own. And ever since then, I've never had to have a co-sign again.
One of my best friends is one of his sons, which he really loves the car. The kid went out and bought a brand new, I think it was it 380Z, whatever the really a nice car.
The Nissan.
And now my friend, his dad now has a 380Z. But
nice. They're lovely.
So cars, it does happen. It does happen. But like even here, same thing. Just from the way that I was brought up and the way that my uncle, God bless him, that passed away way too young, taught me about real estate and stuff like that. Even coming here, my wife owned this land, and my wife's very intelligent. She was the one that wanted to do it all. She put everything together. She went to 3 different banks. She got the loan for 2.3 million baht, and she built this house here. Now, whether the trolls know that or not, they probably know it now. But if I die, little did my wife know, everything will be taken care of. But she's the one that would get screwed. Yeah, she's the one that would get screwed. Right. If I left, how's she going to pay $12,000 for a car payment and $14,000 for a house payment? No way.
Oh, Robbie.
Not when you make 20,000 baht.
Yeah. Well, let's so we'll switch to a brighter note. Mitch and I went out looking at cars and trucks the other day, as a just for shits and giggles, just to go look around. And because I was telling him about my favorite truck over here in Thailand is the Ford Raptor. I love that truck.
That's an expensive.
It is. They wanted brand new off the showroom. 1.9 million was
my wife
what
was
they
just saying
quoted
that today.
That's the 2.2 as well, though, isn't it? That's the 2.2 version, twin turbo, isn't it?
It's not a diesel. It's gas.
It's gas. It's a 2.2 twin turbo.
What did they say? Mitch, you got the pamphlet or whatever, and Mitch wound up getting the lady's line number and everything.
We went to Taiwan today, and there was one driving in, and I think now that you said that, my wife said that truck right there is 1.9. I said, shut up. She said, yep. And I said, wow.
Okay, here we've got the gas diesel debate. John says stay off diesel, go with petrol.
Who said that?
John.
V6 gas. Now I'm going to trust Tim.
The happy couple there. They saw us coming too.
What's that?
Right. Yeah, Tim,
when you and I went into the showroom together.
Oh.
I said, what do you think, dear?
What the bad thing was Mitch kept, I was a little creeped out because we were looking at the Raptors and everything, because Mitch's got the same problem as me. It's like, do you fit behind the steering wheel of some of these trucks here? The size, us being fat fucks.
I had him climb in for him.
So he would have me get behind the wheel, and he's like looking, going, ooh, I love the way you sit behind that wheel, Ryan. And I'm going, you kind of freaking me out there, Mitch. Kind of getting a little scared.
I agree with Tim on here, and Tim's saying diesel is the way to go.
I'm a diesel guy here in Thailand. I'm a diesel.
400,000 miles if you take
Who
care
was
of
I talking with the other? I was talking with somebody. It might have been Richard, and we were saying the same thing, that there's a lot of the engines here that we wish they were in America, like some of the cars, because there's a lot more diesel over here.
Situation.
Yeah, size does matter, but that's the it's like I told Mitch, I said I still got my full size Chevy. I fit behind that, no problems.
Yeah, but did you guys look at the regular Ford too? Whatever it is, the Ranger or whatever,
or Wild Track, yeah.
Because I mean, I and Tim can probably do it, verify, but the one that Jim and Meow got, I think was 807 something. I mean, cheap. I paid $9 something for this.
Yeah, but Mitch was looking at
a Wildcat. Can you get red diesel here? Can you get red diesel in Thailand?
You get what?
Red diesel, the off-road diesel? I've never checked into that.
I've never seen red diesel here.
Yeah,
seen it in the States, obviously.
Well, it's just a dye that they put in there because it's not to that question though, Dave, as I sat in that Ranger, it was a nicer model. It wasn't the Wild Track, it was the 2.2, and I jumped in there and it felt pretty good. I put the seat all the way back, had some room, and then when I shut the door, I opened that door right up, looked at Mitch, said, "No way. There's no way I would drive to Seren to go visit Dave in this thing. It's just too squunched up for me." And that's the whole reason why he's getting a vehicle. He wants to come visit his buddy Dave and go.
He's not
stick his
joking
feet.
about that statement, Dave.
Yeah.
I said, "What do you think? What do you think? He'd fit in there? He'd come, comfortable?" And he says,
"Well, I don't know. Jim's a pretty big guy. He's lost 20, 30 pounds now, but."
Yeah, Jam's got him moving a lot, though. He has
lost one in the wild track or the regular size Ranger, but then when he closed the door, it was like, nah. Too tight.
Yeah, but see, 800,000, which I think is very reasonable for a
for a brand new vehicle off the
not for the 4-wheel drive. It's not
for you. I told you we're going for nothing but first class with Mitch. It's either first class or no class. So
I require a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. He likes to go off-road, and when he goes buries the bodies. He goes deep into the woods.
Now, Mitch has been traveling around. I haven't seen any roads that I've been on that I would need 4-wheel drive.
No, geez, I got stranded on Coach Hong for crying out loud in Dallas Pajero.
I'll tell you what,
road, my old Ford Escort would have went up, but I was stuck.
Well, I got taken on the Forza because Google's famous for that. They'll all of a sudden, you can save 30 seconds here, and if you don't press the button quick enough, it changes your route, and you're on a freaking dirt road in the middle of freaking nowhere, rice fields.
Dave, can I give you a pro tip? And it's not about women. Switch over in Thailand to the Waze app, WAZE. That's probably a little bit better.
They have that in the States too.
Yes. And we found that Waze kept up with some of our neighborhoods that were being built.
I will, John. I
will check it better. I will do that.
Waze seems to be a little bit better on directions than Google Maps here.
Well, you know why I use it in the States?
Especially with the new roads.
Is you could be driving Mitch down the road, and the people actually give input to this Waze.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a cop sitting. There's a cop sitting on the corner of 32nd on the other.
Here's another.
They're doing and everything.
Here's another secret. We had Waze as well, and we would actually sit there and say, "He's gone." Just past there, he's not there anymore. He left.
Exactly. So, but a lot of times, then it saved my butt. A few times, it saved my butt. But I don't know.
Now,
I got those 3 tickets.
I could have a little more room in a Ranger wild track.
Well, the next time I come to a meetup there, I'm going to have to get at least 1,500 baht just for showing up, because that's what
you coming to the next one, Dave? You coming to the next
one?
No,
I don't think so. We just planned a trip. We're leaving. My wife has a Suratani. She has a 1-day seminar, and then we're turning it into we never went on a honeymoon or never went just us two in a long, long time. So we're going to take off to Koh Samui for 5 days from there, and then take the 9 days. Yeah, so I was going to, because I think it's the 4th, right? The 4th of February or something like that. Yeah, so I was going to.
You're going to miss Nikki, because Nikki's going to Samui.
Oh, really?
In March, I believe. Yeah.
In March, really? I didn't know that.
Really?
I didn't know that. But I'm looking forward to it. I got a nice hotel. I was going to check with some people. But I don't know. It seems decent. The prices there, they got some really nice places on Samui. I've never been there, so.
What month are you going?
Going February, the first week of February. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm not going to be. We're going to take off in the electric hot rod, go to Bangkok. In fact, Mike's wanted to meet up for something there, but I got a 2-bedroom, hotel there. We're going to grab the kids. We'll stay with us. We'll go out to eat, take them back in the morning, then drive down to. I want to try to make enough time to stop in Pachuap Kurikan and say hi to everybody there, the little America there, support their American heritage. And so I'm looking forward. I just don't know. It's 8 hours from, according to Google, it's 8 hours from Bangkok to Suratani. So we'll see.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right to me.
So I really don't have that much time unless we stop there to eat lunch. And,
now here's a question for you guys, and goodbye, Mitchu Vlog. We'll try to stop in at your live stream. Here's a question for you guys. Now, I've done a fair share of driving around the States.
Good morning, I guess.
Yeah, and I've did a bit of traveling here this last August. Did the northern tour, went up into Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai over to
Yep.
Chiang Mai and back down, everything like that, over about a week or so. And that initial day, that first one when we went up to Payao, it was a good 12 hours. But the drive didn't seem as bad because typical Thai fashion, we're stopping every hour and a half at a 7-Eleven or one of those PTT stations just to stretch, look around, do this, do that. Because there's no, when you get out there, it's not the traditional interstate that we're used to, like an I-10 or something of that nature. It's kind of like a highway almost. Did y'all find it easier? It just didn't seem as bad. Like, I didn't think it was that 12 hours was that bad because we were stopping so goddamn much.
Okay, Kevin. Thanks.
I blew out of Prachuap Khiri Khan on my way back from that motorcycle ride. I wanted to get home, and I rode 11 and a half hours on that Forza from Prachuap Khiri Khan to Surin. And I stopped about every hour and a half. I pushed it a little bit, but I have to stop because I'm too fat, I'm too old, and I need fluids. So I have to at least stop and down a bottle of water, especially on the bike.
That's about right, though, Dave. Hour and a half on a bike, stopping every hour and a half is about right.
Ever since I was a kid, even when we were riding around with a bunch of biker type people, they had, we were choppers back then. So even if I had my pan head and I had 3.5 gallon bobs on it, the small bobs on my first pan head, the guys that I was riding with had peanut Sportster tanks, 1.5 gallons, couldn't go more than an hour. So, of course we were doing 95, 100 miles an hour in a pack, but so I'm used to that hour. And then because I wanted to get home, I pushed it a little bit longer coming. And I didn't get any tickets on that. And I got 3 tickets going to Pate, and my wife chastised me on Facebook. I'm so proud of my husband. Look he got 3 tickets. Isn't that great? He's got a great, great sense of humor. Great sense of humor. My wife, I think that's what I love about her the most is her sense of humor. But they got that new law now with those points and shit. So I actually felt bad. But I heard it's like 11. So I'll just take my time because everything's in her name. So whatever I'm driving, from the Forza to the truck to the new kicks, it's all in her name. So
the ones who haven't got a driving license as well, Dave, where it used to be like a 200, 500 baht fine, it's now 2,000.
Holy shit. Really? Wow. Yeah, I saw that when they increased. That reminds me of that rap song. I got everything in my mama name.
I did that too.
I've got everything in my wife's name.
In the second divorce, I got questioned at the I was married for 9 months, but I had 2 kids with her. It was one of those, hey, if we get married, you don't have to pay for the second kid. Really? That cost me $250,000. But it was the God. Now I'm lost my train of thought. Shit. What was I saying? What were we talking about? Somebody.
That's sometimers. If I asked earlier originally if y'all find traveling here because you stopped so much at all the 7-Elevens wasn't as bad as traveling in the States.
Right.
And that's kind of my thing. It's like, you get around a lot quicker, a lot further distances, but I'm almost to that point of like taking the old highways again, like your Highway 90s and your Route 66s and stuff like that. But the crap part is the old frost stops and all that stuff is all gone away. They don't have any of those pit stops where you can them old landmarks where you stop at off the highway.
And they don't have it on Route 66 anymore.
Yeah. That's a shame.
No, really. That's a bummer. Oh, what I was going to say was at the divorce table, because you were saying all my stuff's in my mama's name. They want you to, they don't want you to go in front of the judge. And my attorney was the best in California. And they said, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. There's so much of child support, blah, blah, blah. And the guy said, well, now we need to find out what's going to happen with the home. And my attorney said, what home? She was a horsewoman, 5 acres, a 10-stall breezeway bar, an arena, hay store. I mean, it was a nice place. And he's going, what house? The house that they live in, that she's living in right now. Oh, that's my client's mother's house. That he doesn't own that house. And boy, she just about shit a golden brick. If I could have got underneath there and got that golden brick out of there, I would have done it. But yeah, everything. I mean, that was the smartest thing that I think I did in any of my marriages or divorces. But
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Can't follow up.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, John, they're not giving the points out, but they're definitely getting it's the money they want. It's another way.
Yeah.
Oh, it always is.
And I'll tell you what, see, without the points, I'm fine. I would like if I want to go see Mitch. I'm going to Pattaya. This is how much my gas is. This is my budget for the 3 days. Is this much? And then on top of that, at least 2 to 3 tickets, another 1,500. It's budgeted in, and I could drive at 120 instead of 90. You know, I would just budget it in. But now, if it's going to come back on her, I just can't. I can't do that. You know, I don't want her to lose that. I mean,
but then put it in her. Well, you need to change the cars and put it in her parents' name. Are they old?
Yeah, 75 and
there you go. Or
her mother's my age and her dad's old.
If Mama stopped driving, well, then screw it. They can, take the license all they want.
You know, I don't know. I heard somebody was saying that you could this in Australia. That in fact it was Mark. He said his brother or something is driving big truck or something, and he can't really have any marks against his license.
Right.
He got one of those things, and Mark said, "Oh no, that was me." Signed a paper, and boom, boom, his brother was off, and Mark didn't care. But I don't know if they can do that here or not. But he seemed to think that they could. So I don't know. Something to check into, I guess. Yeah,
I used to pay all mine off in the UK. I used to pay people who were on the dole, Social Security, to take my points for me. Yeah, I used to pay them $500 for every, or $600 for every 3 points.
That's not a bad idea. I tell you
some
what,
money on this line, so
I'll take some people's points from them if they need to. Give me a couple thousand, bud. I'll go down there. Yes, sir.
What I had, Ryan, was 1 month. The ban is 12. If you get 12 points, you're automatically banned for 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got 9. I got 9.
That's here, or this was someplace else?
3 weeks.
Where was this?
In Europe.
I heard it's 11 here, and it's a year. They redo it every year. It goes away, and you start over again.
Yes, 12 days here. You lose your license.
Is it?
I believe so. I could be wrong. But
maybe my wife told me 11, so that I would only push her up to 11.
In Europe. Yeah.
I still never seen a cop pull over anybody on the highway.
I've only seen it from that.
They will now, Dave, because they got the incentive. Well, they're not pulling you over for 500. If you haven't got your license in front of you, they're going to weasel 2,000 baht out of you straight away.
There's only been 2 times when I've seen. There's only 2 times when I've seen cops pull over someone here. Number one is out on the toll road that goes from here to the airport, Bangkok. Basically, I forget the name of it, but it's the toll road, the main one, the interstate, and they actually have the maroon and gold cars that are highway patrol. I've seen them come up behind people and light them up and pull them over. The other time was on Beach Road in Pattaya. I was going through, and the cops were right there by the mall, flagging people over for helmets and stuff. And they stepped out and pointed to one guy and told him to, pull over. And he just kept on going. And I was like, oh, look at those slick there. And I'm bebopping along, and I see everything happen because it happened right there in front of me. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm going down Beach Road, and a cop on a scooter passed me up like I was standing still, flying right past me. It just scared the shit out of me because he flew right on my right-hand side between cars. And it was the same cop that was trying to, motion to the guy. He got right up on side that scooter and boxed him in basically and wedged him between a car and something else and was getting off. And as he was getting off his bike, he was just reaching for that ticket book. And I was laughing. I was like, well, there you go. So,
I don't, I just haven't, but I'm out in the sticks, I don't see probably as much as you guys would there and, where you're at, but I just haven't seen anybody. I've seen, and it's just, I've seen who was it was that you, Tom, that sent the joke deal with I'm imagining a Thai person on a bike with 30 people on it, and he's saying, "Hey, Farang, you need a helmet." Yeah, I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, that's a lot of truth to it.
Yeah, it is. And my wife,
the only thing who ever draw that picture, they should have had all the Thai people wearing masks. Wearing masks, no helmet, you know?
It was so nice. Good.
Yeah, now this is as funny you mentioned mask. I'm starting to see more Falongs wear masks around here than I have in a long time because I went down to Foodland today to do some grocery shopping. No, these are old geezers that look like they come from Nordic countries or wherever the hell they are, or somewhere in Europe. And they, you said it, not me, but I'll agree with it. They got off their bikes. They had their mask on, which I can totally understand wearing a mask on a bike because I did that shit before COVID. I always had a handkerchief or something over my face for the rocks and the dust. But they're going up in Foodland, everything with mask on, outside with a mask on, like they are full-time mask holes.
Well,
full-time mask holes. And I just sitting back kind of giggling, going, man, we're taking a cover. Enjoy your own carbon dioxide there, buddy.
Now I could push the limit. Tom probably he doesn't even listen to what if his wife tells him to put a mask on. I kind of honor my wife a little bit that if I don't want her to feel funny if I go into some place. So if we go into like we went into Taiwan today, I sat down and took my mask off. No one said anything to me, and when people came close to me when I stood up and we went and looked at the stuff for the drainage in the backyard or whatever, I did slip it back on, but mainly for her because I don't want her to feel,
and I get that. And Pattaya was one of the first places where they kind of, because all the Falongs here, we kind of ditched the mask when the president said up to you, and we all went up to us, what's going in our pocket or in the garbage. But when I took that trip up to Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai, I still had it, and that was back in August. And I walked in the mall and I realized I was like one of the only ones without a mask on. And like you said, just to kind of go with the flow of things and not get unwanted attention, I threw the little mask around just to appease the people.
Well, I'll tell you, when we took that trip, I was never so excited in my entire life and relieved. Because like I said, and I've said it before, ever since I had that tube down my throat for 2 months, anything that restricts it, I don't care if it's a piece of cloth or anything over my face, it bugs me. And it's probably mental. Okay. But me and Tim were there. I didn't even have a mask when we went to Udon Airport. He had one. He gave it to me. I put it around my wrist. I went in there, my knee was acting up. They put me in a wheelchair, 2 little girls. They always get the 300-pound guy gets pushed by the 60-pound, 17-year-old Thai woman or girl. And all the way there on the plane, in the plane, fly to Phuket, get out in Phuket Airport, out of Phuket Airport, in the van, all the way to where we were going. The whole time, the 3-4 days we were there, I never put a mask on. And I never felt so good in my entire life. I was so relaxed. A lot of Russians on the plane. What was it, Tim? About a third going from Udon to Phuket. I want to say at least a third of the plane was Russians. A lot of Russians in now, and I think it should be fairly back to normal. What's it like in John Tam and Pattaya? Do you notice Chinese flooding in, or
no?
None, none. Just the ones that have always been here. But you're starting to see a few more tour buses, but not like it used to be.
Yeah, but that's South Korea. That's South Korean, isn't it? A lot of
Thais and some Indians. It's a mix on them tour buses if you really look. It's
the other day I was going through Terminal 21. Looking for restaurants where to dine for eat out Pattaya, and there was a guy from Saudi Arabia, and he had 12 wives behind him, and they was all wearing full-on masks, And I said to him, mate, the war's over. Why are you wearing a mask? He looked at me. He goes, "You haven't seen them. They're all ugly bastards."
Well, even on the bike, I was really relieved when I didn't have to wear one. Did I used to wear a scarf across or a mask or something over my face? Sure, I did. We're riding out in the middle of nowhere, bugs and all sorts of crap. But
power to the people.
Here, I was relaxed. When I could get on the bike and I even put the window down or the windshield down on the Forza and full in my face when I went to Chuck's. It was a relief and I like to have the wind in my face. That's what my wife.
The only time I put the windshield down on the Forza is when, mine stays down all the time. The only time it comes up is if I'm on a long ride on the circumvent or it starts raining, then you'll usually see me duck behind that sucker.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
You'll see me doing this number.
Yeah.
I'm reverting back to the old Harley days.
What Forza do you have? You got
I've
the
got
new one.
the 300.
The 300
it's an older
with
one.
The new body style.
Yeah, new body style.
2018 or something, 19.
19,
like
I believe.
Yeah. Excellent bike. Awesome. I love mine to death, and I'm a Harley guy. And I probably half the people I knew in the United States, I probably have a problem with it.
I don't care. I just it's like what do they say? It's like a mope. It's like a fat. It's like a moped with fat chicks. They're fun to ride, but you don't want your friends to know about it.
and Mitch was on that 300, the older one, and the one that James was on was a 300, probably same era, 19, whatever it was, and I didn't really see the difference. And Mitch is as big as I am, but I got that twist and go absolutely perfect. I wouldn't have another bike.
You can actually take if you really wanted to revert back to your old fast days. They've got the shop on Soibuakau, Musashi. He'll actually chip them out for you. So I had a friend over here. He had Aeroxes. He had this. He had that. He even had a little Ninja. He had two. He had a Honda ADV and a Kawasaki Ninja. So we were tooling around all that stuff. I said, "Hey, man, you've never ridden my bike before." I said, "Here, take it for a spin." He goes, "All right." So he jumped on my bike, went around the corner, come back, and as soon as he gets off the bike, he looks at me and goes, "Fuck you." I said, "What, you're going to go buy one now, huh?" I said, "I told you it runs a lot better than that ADV." Within a month, he traded in the ADV or sold the ADV and got a 350. He got that new 350 and then took it down to Musashi and pimped it out, made it really nice and everything. And because he was running around on that Forza so much, he goes, "Man, I'm never riding this Ninja." He sold the Ninja as well.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer. It's got plenty of power. Don't need much more. James jumped on Bruce's ADV, the 750, and he loved that. But I wouldn't even get on it. I mean, because I'd like it, and there's no reason. I know the 350 has plenty of power, but I am interested in getting it chipped. I
put it to you this way. Like I said, he had a Ninja, and this guy has always had crotch rockets, and he's a big speed guy. And he had Musashi throw that chip in there. He went and rode around and went back the same day and said, "Take it out. Do whatever you got to do." And he said, "Ryan, it was stupid power." He said it was stupid power. He said, "Yeah, if this was, he's about 57. He says, "Man, if this was 30 years ago, man," he says, "but nowadays," and I said, "Dude, you run around like a jackass." And I said, "You ride like a jackass." I said, "You ride crazier than me." I said, "Half the time I'm yelling at you to slow down, and you're telling me the chip was too much." He goes, "I'm telling you it was too much." He said it was stupid.
Well, you've seen Maui Howie on a lot of the channels. He bought, because he's seen mine. His is now, he put the bigger shad boxes on the side and the top, and the camera and all that kind of stuff. And he drove all. I met him here in Surin. He was one of my friends that actually came and watched me or met me in Surin. Mitch can't hear me. Can you hear me, Mitch?
No,
that was a joke to you, Mitch. Yeah. But anyway, he came to Surin, and him and his wife are traveling on. But I don't know. Awesome bike. I can't say enough good shit about it.
Yeah. For anybody that's coming over, especially if you're larger, because that was my problem. When I first got here, the same friend that I was telling you about, I bought an Aerox off of him. He gave me a good little brother-in-law deal. And I tell you what, I ride around on that thing and my back hurts so bad. And everybody's like, "Well, it's a 155. It's a decent-sized bike." And then they'd see me sit on it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you're a little too big for that bike." So I actually sold it right back to them and went and bought the Forza. And the second I got on the Forza, I'm telling you, I jumped on it. It was at the right price, and it had a few extra bells and whistles. Like you said, I got the shad box for the side and for the back. I went for a ride down the street, turned around, came back to them and said, "Hey, where's your QR code for the bank transfer? Start doing the paperwork." And they said, "Yeah," and they did the paperwork right there, and I drove off with it. And,
awesome bikes.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've never jumped on the X Maxes or the other ones that are comparable with the Kawasaki's or anything else. I'm not putting those down, but I do like the ADV a lot. I mean, not the
and
ADV.
When I bought mine, mine's a 21. I can't remember. I think mine's a 21. But anyway, they didn't have the ADV 350 available.
Right.
Would it be something I would look at? Sure, I would. But you know what's weird is that unless you know somebody or you go rent one, I went down. I'm here. I am an idiot from California, and I say I'd like to ride this. Nope. I mean, I can't ride the bike that I want to buy. Nope. Okay. So
well, that's the good thing
buying-
about being. That's the good thing about being in Pattaya is someone's got a bike, and I've had, I've offered Mitch before. I'm like, here's the keys. Throw it in a little well right there. Put them in your pocket. Go for a ride if you want to test it out. Because I know if Mitch wrecks it, I can just shake him down for the money and get a new one.
I tried. He was supposed to ride mine on that bike trip that we went on, and we just never. It didn't transpire. I mean, we were supposed to do it, so I wanted him to ride it. That was a good time. I'm hoping we're going to do that again. Maybe that's something you're interested in, Ryan. I'd like to do. T would go, I think. Yeah, I think Mitch would go.
Just depends on when y'all do it. I'd do it.
I'm retired. I can do stuff pretty much anytime I want.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the weather. We were supposed to go take a. Oh, good. That's a pretty nice little area.
We hit a little bit of rain when we went. I forget what month it was, but I'd be game. It doesn't matter. Dry time was fine with me. Next year, it doesn't matter. I'm game. We had a really, really good time.
When they still had that ferry that was going out of Satahip and going all the way down to Phuket. Yes. I think it was going down to Samui now. What we were talking about doing is jumping on there with the bikes and going down to, it's not exactly Phuket, but it's right outside of Krabi or whatever. We were going to go do that, then jump on, go through Krabi, spend a day in Phuket, Kosak National Park, and just start making our way back, stopping Hua Hin or Prachap Kiri Khan and, go all the way through until we got back to Pattaya. Man, if they're still doing that ferry all the way down south, that might be a deal. Is where I think it's going to Samui now. If it's running, I can't remember. Someone said it's not running or whatever it is. But even if it's going to Samui, shit, we jump on the ferry, spend a night on there. They drop us down off of south of Thailand, and then make our way back up the coast.
Well, we kind of went down that way, right, Mitch, towards Krabi. We were in that area.
Yeah, and, I'd like to do that ferry.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I'm game. Just in case everybody knows, I'm game for.
Yeah, well, Lucas was saying on that ferry, there's a lot of Indian food on there. Is that what he was talking about, Mitch, on Friday?
I don't.
Ride for kicks.
The what?
Lucas was saying the ferry down to Samui, the food on it's 80% of it's Indian food.
I didn't catch that.
Tikka masala.
Yeah, I love Indian food. I haven't found any I haven't been to a good one yet. I know Chuck's done a couple on
you got one up your Udon Sadi. You got this one up your Udon Sadi, Mitch.
Say that again. I don't have my headset on. I'm working on them. So say that again.
Oh, sorry, no. Dave. There's one of those up in Udon Sadi.
What is a good
Indian restaurant? Yeah,
I did. When we were up there, we went to. Tim brought me to this awesome place that you could almost throw a stone from by his house. We went there, and then we went to Sizzler. That's the second time that I've actually met Meow and Jim. We went to the Sizzler. So,
great.
But I need to. Well, I'm eating better now. So, like today, I had a salad, and even though we went out, because I got 2 videos I've actually got to get out. One on the meeting up with Bobby, which he already put one out, and for Children's Day, we went and picked up 4 kids and brought them to the Lotus and got them ice cream and toys and all sorts of stuff, and then brought them back here to swim. It was kind of it was a good day, family kids. But I had a bunch of fun. But I'm game for anything. I know T is really into it to going. I know Mitch would go if he had a ride, but you can always. Rent something or whatever. I know James, he had a good time. He liked riding too. So I don't know. It would be fun. I'm game Bruce for it anyway. And I know T is. Too. Who?
T.
Yeah, T definitely.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Well, what makes it is if you get a group of people and you can get on the bikes and ride. And like I said, I was going to plan a trip down to New Zealand to go ride on the South Island, and I was going to get a couple guys from work to go. And I was looking, and I was kind of saying, "Hey, we can do this, this, and this." And we had guys at work that would easily go 500-600 miles in a day. And I'm like, you've lost your fucking minds. I was like, good night. And
I'm trying to take
they were even telling them, they're like, man, if you go bike riding with that dummy over there, he's going to, as soon as you go stop, you ride for an hour and a half, stop at the gas station. He's fueling up going, all right, it's time to go. And we're all like, settle down. Let's go in, get a Coke, take a break, let our butts recover a little bit and then go. But they're like, man, Keith is like, shh. And I was like, all right, I ain't going with him.
Now, when me and Mitch we had talked about that, and Joe too. I said we just need to know where we're supposed to end up that day. Somebody wants to take off and ride like a bat out of hell, then ride like a bat out of hell. I want to enjoy myself. I want to stop. I want a bottle of water. I might want something to eat. I don't know. So if no one wants to stay together, that's fine. But I'm not going to be expected to. Besides the fact, I don't know who the people I'm riding with. I don't. I'm used to riding. Front wheel to back fender at 105 and trusting guys on my back and in front of me. So until you know somebody, how are you supposed to, and you can't really, I want to say pack up, but you can't really ride in a pack here anyway. I think it'd be just stupid.
There's too much road hazards.
Yeah, way too much. But if you're just relaxing and having a good time, because I found anyway on the Forza, the sweet spot's right at 100.
That's about
high
right.
90s, right about 100.
Yeah.
You can push it up to 120, and I did coming back from Pachula, but no need. There's no need. And just a cruise. I mean, you're out there to have a good time. People get nervous. Some people are not as comfortable on two wheels as others. Me and Mitch had a ball hanging around in the back. I did anyway. We had a good time. It was fun. It was really a good time. Definitely.
Okay, a female voice.
I'd be up for that.
Well, it's not mine yet. So, in fact, it is 10:20. We've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, that's about my call for me to call it a day.
Yeah.
It's way past my bedtime's about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So,
I'm kind of impressed with this one, Dave.
I had fun. I didn't cause any kind of, except when Tom went to get his Lipton tea, he'll probably get, he'll find out tomorrow.
A copyright. Yeah, we started putting up all sorts of copyright
music,
language. We did everything. Well, it's not as bad as them talking about the CIA earlier and Joe Biden in the emails. And I'm going, guys, shut up. I don't want to be visited by the CIA. And y'all talking about, confidential emails and stuff. That was early. That was Tom and Richard in the very opening minutes. And I'm going, I don't want to be associated. This is this is conspiracy. This is guilt by association. I'm going to have the CIA knocking on my door, tomorrow going, we heard you talking about classified emails. I'd be like, God damn it, Tom.
It just does make you think no one's got any real freedom, have they?
No, not at all. We talked about that the other day. I said, you think you're free in America? Try building a garage in your backyard without getting a permit or asking permission from the government. Ain't going to happen.
No.
And depending on where you are in this country, shit, you could go build a house on land and not tell anybody but the builder. Now, not everywhere. We talked about that with some friends. There are some permits to be made around this area, but
don't forget, we've got the meet up on the 4th of February. I think Dave should really try and come.
Well, he's going to be in Samui with his wife on.
I don't have a choice on this one again. But when we built this here, the brother that we drew up the house the way we wanted. He was an architect and a builder, and he drew it up. We made the changes. He drew it up again, and then he took it and I don't know. Do you want to call them permits? He ran it through the city, I guess it would call the province. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So there were stuff you had to have setbacks from the property and that kind of stuff. But that's what limited me. Was I just got a small piece of property. But I've shoved so much crap in this drainage system. You ought to see that I'm putting in now. I want to make sure I don't have any water on my property at all. So I'm putting in an all brand new drainage system. But the pond and the pool are awesome. I mean, it's 3 by 4 meters. It's perfect to go in. I can walk around in there. I get a little exercise. It's not going to swim laps.
That's going to be good for you, Dave. No, but if you do it every day, Dave. Every day you need to get anything like between 20 and 40 minutes just walking around.
I've lost 2.5 kilos. I'm taking those shots, and mine are every day. which is I found out from James and from everybody else that's taken this drug that theirs was once a week. She's still got to shoot me up in the fat of my stomach here before I go to bed, and I'm having her do it because I just don't like needles. I've never been a needle guy, but the needle's only like 1/8 of an inch long.
Right.
It's a tiny little thing, but it's given me. I don't know. You can tell. I can tell in my voice. My energy levels way above at 10:30 at night. And I feel better. My knees kill me, but I was out walking today. I walked around Taiwazadu, and with the kids, we walked through Lotus, and I just wasn't doing that stuff before because the pain was.
So Dave, who was the kids? Who was the kids in the pool? Who's the kids in the pool?
4 of their cousins. Actually, the gal that worked, she worked for Global House, and now she works for Taiwazadu. She moved over, and her husband is the one that did their family, obviously, the one that did all my cabinets in my kitchen.
Okay,
all the built-ins, the one that did the custom cabinets. And he came over, and we ended up buying. The kids wanted. I mean, I don't know what it is. KFC. It's like people in Thailand are obsessed with KFC.
Oh yeah.
They love that KFC, and the kids are just smiles from ear to ear. They had candy, and I like doing that stuff because I'm the perfect grandfather. I just want to load these kids up with shit and then shove them with their parents. They'll go home.
The burger place isn't bad near you, Dave. The burger place.
No, that place closed. But I found that Slive.
It closed, did it?
Yeah, it closed. Yeah, he had 2 or 3 places before the virus, and now he's closed at the Taiwazadu. But
it's the China virus, by the way.
What's that?
It's the China virus. It's from China.
China. Yeah, and I lose subscribers all the time because I'll be I guess I'm just too damn honest because if I feel something like they're not. I don't know. I just got it to 1920. I've been hanging 1919, 1918.
Thank you, Robert.
16.
Hold on, time out, everybody. There's something I agree 100% with right now with Robert Groves. What she just said, Texas chicken is so much better than KFC, and the man is 100% correct. I agree 100% with Robert.
And I've never had Texas chicken.
It's church chicken, Dave.
It's church chicken.
Yeah, same one. And I've never had churches. I've never had it.
All right.
It's the parent company is now owned by the same parent company owns Popeyes and Churches. It's not quite the Popeyes recipe, but it's very, very close. But
Tom was the one that kind of told me about it, but I still haven't eaten there with those Mexican burritos or something that they sell.
Yeah,
Tom was talking about them a while back. And
they're not too bad.
Anything Mexican food, I'm in.
That's Taco House. Yeah, that's Taco House. That was Mitch got me into Taco House.
Well, I do my own tacos. I do my own Mexican food here at the condo. I go down to Villa Market and get the old Rosito refried beans and doctor
them up. They actually have them?
They have some. I've got a can right there on the thing. And you know what else I found?
I
found some.
Look at that!
I found some Dorito nacho cheese. Some Doritos nacho cheese at the little expat mart up the street, and it's probably the best nacho cheese that I have found in Thailand so far. That you wouldn't make yourself.
You see, you guys I saw, who was it? Was it?
Yeah, we're in civilization, Dave.
Michelle, who's the ones that got Mike in Pachuap now that moved there? My brain's gone. His wife, whatever. They went to, Nicole. Nicole looks like she's got cooking down to a science. She's my kind of woman. But they went to a place called Tops, something that looked
Tops
exactly
Market,
like. No, not Tops Market. Tops. No. Something else that was like a Sam's Club or a Walmart or whatever. It was
huge. We've got friendship here as well, which is
they fantastic. Had 6-pound deals of gummy bears, 6-pound bags of gummy bears for $38 or something. But anyway, they had a bunch of that stuff. I got none of that crap. I got a Tops Market that is like the smallest Tops you've ever seen, and they don't carry half the shit. Our macro, every time I see Chuck go through his, or even Joe and Pachu, I'm going, you guys got like 20 times the crap that we've got in ours. I don't understand it, but because Surin's not tiny. I mean, we're not a
big
city.
I
guess
so.
Well, anyways, all this talk about food is making me hungry. So on my party, I'm going.
Richard, you're going to start talking about the CIA.
Hold on.
Ryan,
on the way,
Ryan's going to leave.
Where'd you get the refried beans?
at Villa on Second Road by Robin Hood Tavern.
Okay.
That one.
You can also get them out of Friendship as well.
I've never seen them really good in Friendship. The refried beans like we're used to, but I didn't really look
like
for
Rosarita,
Friendship.
right?
Yeah, Rosarita. And then I got some
I'm used to
taco
that.
seasoning that put it in there and the good old craft cheese and make a little day
God,
of
it sounds
it.
good, but see, I'm changing my way of eating, and
Yeah.
it's the
So
Mexican-
anyways,
but you know, once in a while, I
Tuesday.
get it.
Hold on, Dave, so I can get out of here. Tuesday,
but-
Hemingway's, and then February 4th, Saturday, 4 p.m. Mr. Mitch's meetup at La Pub, and I am signing off and leaving it up to the lower class people to do my bidding for me. Thank you, CIA agent Richard.
See you, Ryan.
See y'all later.
Later, Ryan.
All right,
I'll
Ryan,
see
take
you
it easy.
Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to your restaurant review of Burger King on Beach Road.
Yeah, you're exactly right, guys. Probably a
I
better
wanted
way
to
to
go
do
to
it.
Hooters.
Yeah, we didn't know about Burger King.
I wanted us to do Hooters.
So
Their
look at
prices
Richard.
have come down. When they first opened up, it was crazy expensive to eat there.
Good idea, Daz. Good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea.
Get your own beans.
Make your own. Yeah, you know what? When I was in Costa Rica, I opened up that Mexican restaurant in that bar, and I used black beans. They tasted real similar, and they already had them in a bag. You didn't have to do anything. They came in a bag. You slid it open, pushed them, cooked them. It was real easy. And I try to get pinot beans and stuff like that. Even here, I'm gonna want to say they're expensive, and they were in Costa Rica also. And I don't see how they find the jalapenos. I wish I could find jalapenos here. And
You
because
can get
Macro
them
has
here,
fresh
Dave.
ones.
You can get like they grow them in
not,
Shanghai.
not my macro. Macro ain't got shit. Never.
Again, supply and demand.
Yeah, exactly. Need a bunch of people there. Well, maybe
The
when
trouble is,
Richard moves, he'll
Mitch, the
bring me
elephants
some.
don't eat it. They don't store them in.
So, if I miss any, nobody. And okay, what is the? Wow, now there's 10 people here. I'm looking at my
No,
other
11.
phone. It was 11. Now there's 10. I guess probably Ryan.
Yeah,
John.
10.
I buy my I buy Aussie beef at Macro.
Yeah.
And I've tried the Aussie beef at Macro too, and it seems
I cut my own.
it's not bad, right? I thought mine was
it's
pretty
really
good.
good. It's like
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too.
excellent.
Now I ordered tuna from this place called Paleo something out of Bangkok.
Yeah,
Delivered
Robbie.
here. Yeah, it came. I ordered 4 different kinds of tuna because I wanted to see which one. Tuna doesn't freeze exactly all that great, especially when you eat it raw. But this belly that I had yesterday, it just came yesterday. They gave me a time. Stuff was frozen, solid, banging together like 2 bricks. And I put it all right into my freezer. But I kept one belly out. It was like it was like 200 baht, 230 baht. I gotta have to do a video on it. But it was excellent. I just put it that with a little bit of chopped green onion, a little bit of fish eggs, a little bit of. I was putting mayonnaise. I'm not putting the mayonnaise in it. Just like a teaspoon of sesame oil, a little bit of low sodium soy sauce, and I eat that. And it was awesome. It was really good because you can't find fresh tuna here. I don't even know if you can in Pattaya. But I haven't had any luck finding anything fresh. So this is working for me. But they've got 1.5 inches. They've got steaks you can buy, the typical Thai steak, which is what, 1/2 inch. They've got steaks that they sell that they cut 1.5 inches thick. So I'm going to try a couple of those too because I've kind of been trying to stay away from big giant steaks because I'm trying to change my eating habits. But what I shove in my pie hole.
Well, Mitch, you buy a good product, don't you, out of Macro?
Yeah, well, I've been buying the tenderloin at 1,090 baht a kilo, but I've found that I have to cut it up and freeze it because I just can't eat that much beef anymore like I did in the States. So, and my options for cooking it are limited. I have a frying pan.
Yeah, I'm going to get a barbecue.
I don't have a barbecue and space for that and that kind of thing.
I'm going to try it. I'm just trying to eat better. That's
Mitch,
all.
can you put a barbecue on? Like, do you have like a patio or a balcony?
Yes.
I have
they
a
do that here?
balcony, but there's a policy here. On
Yeah,
this.
same here. Yeah. Similar.
and
thing.
Yeah,
I
I could put one on here.
Yeah, you own
air
it.
fryers.
Yeah, we do
air
what we
fryers
want
are
here.
an option. I mean, I'm used to. I love grilling. I love grilling. So when I get a different place, that's that I can
Send
do
it
it
to
at.
me, John. What you got? I'll look at anything. Mine's basically low carbs, high protein, but not fanatically no carbs, and starting to
Yeah,
exercise.
no barbecue. Exactly. It is horror. The horror.
Air fryers are great. Except when
Yeah.
I bought
Used to
mine
do it
now,
like-
my Thai mother-in-law, it's now her air fryer, I think.
Huh.
So, but I am getting my kitchen back. Did I tell everybody that? I bought some more stuff for her Thai kitchen. I think I'm going to get my kitchen back, which would be awesome.
Really?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I've been doing videos there. I made pickles, and I did salmon. I'm calling it a pokey type thing. I did a video on that too, which
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah, it was more fun. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be kind of cool. Davey can buy jalapenos online. Really, been buying them
Yeah, you
online.
can. You can buy them from Lazada.
Can you? I've usually punch everything into Lasada, but I never thought about pushing jalapenos in there because you can buy refried beans there too. You can buy anything, pretty much anything you want. And I think Chuck even tried for Kara to get grits or something, and I think they have those too. But I think everybody gave them to her, so she got showered with 550
You want to pay the
boxes.
price, the premium, you can get it. Cranberry sauce and that kind of stuff.
I like cream. I like cream of wheat, not sweetened, but just cream of wheat with maybe just stuff I shouldn't be eating, butter. But that stuff for a box of it that you buy here is how much is it?
I like cream of wheat.
$16. I like cream of wheat, but $16 or something. It's like 400.
When you get your man cave in, then Dave, when's your man cave going in the garden?
Well, I've been trying. I've been putting it off because every time that I'm trying to put the money, it's 155,000 baht, and every time I'm trying to put the money together, it's because this drainage that I'm putting around here is probably going to run. Well, I'm guessing again, but I just bought the material for them. It was 20,000. It'll be another 10,000, 30, 40,000 for that. Had the electrician out today to wire up a transformer and all my. I'm bringing in a complete another circuit for the building from the pole, another meter to the house and just the pond and just the pool because everything's running off of my freaking bedroom, and I don't want that. So that's going to cost me another 25,000.
Well, why don't you get solar panels for your pool, Dave?
You mean to heat it or to run the pumps and stuff?
To run the pumps.
I might. We're going to check into solar. My wife is a big thing on solar, but then again, I don't know. They don't buy back electricity here. I don't know exactly how you would.
No, but you wouldn't have to pay for it, would you? You wouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, if you're making a certain amount, I'm going to check into it. I haven't. It's another money that I'm going to spend. I'm trying to do it out of pocket.
Dave, have you ever thought about having your man cave built? Because
a guy's building it. It comes in one piece. They take it off the truck and they crane it into my backyard and set it up, and it's done. It's got a top deck on it. It's got everything there, 3x4 meters, 3x4 meter on top. Where I'm going to put a cover on it and put in a bar.
Yeah, how big's the room? Is it 3x4 meters? Is it
3x4? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure I saw one today with an upstairs decking and everything else. It was they come and build it on your land or whatever, and it was 4 meters by 4 meters by 6, and it was 99,000.
Oh, now if you find it, let me know because this guy was the cheapest I found. So anyway, I got to pay. I'm hoping, to be honest, the first or second week of March. Now, I'm hoping that it's all done. I just want to be done with the yard. I'm tired. I went out there today, walking around with the electrician, damn near killed myself, falling into because the holes that they dug is, I'm guessing it's 2 foot wide and 2 foot deep all the way around from one side of the house, all the way around the pool, the pond, all the way out to up the one side of the house, all the way to the front fence. So I fell in that. There's water in there. We had a little bit of rain. My thong's still there,
Yeah.
I think, somewhere. I don't know. But I'm about tired of all the bullshit. I want it done. So we'll see what happens. My wife's on board. She's handling a lot of this stuff. So
yeah. I think you'd find the solar panels would be a really cheap way, because a lot of people are doing it now to run their swimming pools. And Robert Groves was saying we have solar hot water.
Yeah, hot water wouldn't be a problem at all. I don't think I'm going to need that. I did mention you, I think, it's still in the editor and in this laptop, but I'm talking about the trajectory of the sun, and I've noticed it's already changed, and it's coming over the pool. So the pool, because the pool's cold.
It will be this time of year.
I know once it gets hot, I'm going to go, God, I wish it was cold again. But
it's got a long way to go, Dave. It's got a long. You'll notice the difference. So what I do is when I look for a property, if I'm looking for a property, the first thing I do is go out with a compass and I mark where the sun rises and where it sets, summer and winter. Don't bother too much here. Here I'm just looking for a general direction of where the sun rises to where it sets. But even here, there's a massive difference between summer and winter.
Yeah, they did calculations on my house up in the high Sierras. I don't remember how long ago, 20 years ago. Yeah. They come out, they have a thing that shows the whole sun, and your roof has to hit such a certain amount of stuff for the government to give you the discounts you could get on solar. And mine didn't reach it. When I put up my 30 by 60 building, I met it, but I never put in solar after that.
Okay. Was that in California, Dave?
Yeah, in Central California.
So now they end up bloody taxing you for it, do they?
Yeah, and my poor nephew, I sold him the house, man. $500 just for fire insurance a month. $500 US dollars.
Richard, thank you very much for coming in.
All right,
hey, Richard.
See you later.
We'll talk to you next week, and I'll probably text you, see who we're playing, etc., etc.
Yeah. Yep.
Take it easy, Richard.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
My pool Tim right now is 79. Yeah, yours is in. But he's going to put one of those flying sheet type deals over the top of it, and I think it's like perfect. Tim, who's I'm talking about, he said his pool's 79. I don't know what mine is. I got to buy a thermometer for it. I don't have a thermometer on it. But
you're coming down. You're coming down Tuesday, John, to the lunch meet. Yeah. It'll definitely be coming to the YouTube meetup.
I gotta see my wife's still awake. It's late. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna head out too. I think I've. It's. I don't even know what time is it. 22:41. So what is that? 8, 9, 10, almost 11 o'clock. Wow.
Yeah.
I love military time.
Well, thanks for popping on, Dave.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mr. Mitch. I will talk to you soon. I hope, brother. Hope everything's going good for you. Yeah, I'll see you. Take it easy, Tom. Thank you again.
See you later on.
In the chat.
Take care.
Take it easy. All righty. See you.
Okay. All right, Tom. Have a good evening.
Yep. Yeah. Well, okay. So it's just we've got the meet up on the 4th.
Yeah. I got the meetup.
So we got that. So that'll be okay. I'm sure Brian will publicize it. So if Brian wants us to go to the entrepreneurs meeting, I'll definitely go to that. That'd be a good laugh. That would go up there for the day. Mitch, I'll throw him some money towards the petrol.
Yeah. So
or get him lunch or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah. So that's it. And on Tuesday, Hemingway's and
yeah, I'll see you there.
I'll see you there on Tuesday. Anybody else? When at the moment, I'm just not traveling. I'm not traveling because of the Wuhan is still bad everywhere. And I've never called it. I don't want to catch it. So I find it's just easier to stay between here and Patia.
Yeah, I
will come over though, Robert. I will come over. But it's just
I want to go over there.
I'm just hearing the Wuhan cases in Asia are not good.
Hmm.
You know,
No, I'm not afraid of it. I just roll the dice, you know.
For me, it's the inconvenience because obviously, if we get it, and then we're housebound with Anna, that's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for my mental health. You know.
There you go, John. There's a lot of places over there, John, near Hemingway.
Oh, there's plenty of places.
Yeah.
There's so many places up for rent still, isn't there, Mitch? Everywhere.
Yeah, you just got to look. I mean, the problem I've found is you'll have 6 or more property management companies advertising the same unit.
Yeah.
So one hand doesn't know what the other's doing. He says, "Is this available?" Yeah, it's available. Okay, and then they're calling you and saying, "Oh, sorry, it's not. It's taken."
Yep.
Like, keep it simple. Stick with one. If you're going to advertise a unit, just have one outlet do it.
Yep.
They're all crossing over, and
I don't think you can trust the estate. You can't trust the estate agents here, can you? You cannot trust them at all.
No, when Vince left town, I went over to his place and I said, "Oh man, I love this right now. I'll take it right now." And we called the property management company and they said, "It's available. You betcha." And I went in the next morning and I said, "I want to put my down payment on it, even though it's not available for like a month."
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, that'd be great. And then one of the head guy there says, "No, that's already rented out." "Oh, really? Oh, sorry." I mean, talk about, I was crushed.
Yeah. I think it's a fucking nightmare. The estate agents here are just, but it's not just here; it's worldwide, isn't it? I just don't trust them. I'm sorry.
King Mike OPP when the wife gets back. There you go, Tim. Right on.
We just did a Sratani. Yeah. I'm just happy or not. And also, I've got my daughter at school, Robert, so it's difficult for me. She goes to a Thai school, so the holidays are totally different here. So important she goes to school to learn Thai. So her English is good. I just need her to improve her Thai. So that's wait and see. So anyway, got those meetups, everything else. It's been quite a good chat tonight. Must be time for bed, I think.
Password has been changed. Good. I'm such a bitch sometimes to get on Lazada. I can do it on my phone.
Really?
Instantly. Yeah.
I did. Well, I tried to download Lazada. I bought the phone here. I've got a Thai card, and it said, "No, you're not part of the." It's not. You can't download Lazada because you're in the wrong country. What's all that about?
Yeah.
See you later on, Robert. It's great. It's really good news,
Robert.
I'm so pleased, seriously, that you had good news from the hospital. That's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Tom, I'm going to go. I'm going to mess with my headphones.
Yep, I'm going to go as well because I'm going to watch the American football tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning. So thanks very much for everybody coming tonight. Thanks very much, Mitch, as always, for you coming on. And Dave and Richard and Ryan, as always. So look forward to seeing you next Sunday, 8 o'clock in the evening. Until then, adios.
Adios.
There you go.